Welcome back to Secrets of Sarmanath, everybody. We are back from our break and ready to investigate a tomb here. So, after finally deciding you were done with the Amber Hall, or well, the tomb of the Amber Lord inside the Amber Hall, you are coming back to the last area in this main hall that you have not investigated before. As you can see down here, there is a hallway that extends into the right here, and there is a large pile of rubble that has built up in the center of this hall here. It is not overwhelmingly large, like a cave-in, like you can't get past it. You would consider this more difficult terrain, with large, obviously loose stones packed up in kind of a helter-skelter area. As you look inside, you can see in some fair distance a room that looks much like the rooms that you've seen before, with dwarven statues and these hallways that you assume lead into more catacombs. Inside, you do see what appears to be the remains of a small fire on the other side. A kind of circle of stones along some ash and some unburnt wooden items inside of it. So, what is it that you all decide to do?
I'm gonna get down all low, do my Skyrim crouch as we do, and I'm going to stealth ahead of the party.
Okay. You crouch low, trying to make yourself as small as possible, and walk softly along the ground as you creep ahead.
Fuck, my rolls are trash today. Alright.
Hey, you think you're stealthy.
That's it. That's why I'm like, fuck it. We're doing it live.
Alright. You creep ahead to these fallen bits of stone and rock inside. You can tell that they're loose in front of you. They are uneven and wild. It would be difficult terrain to sneak forward through here.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get to the corner and have a gander in the room.
Alright, as you walk through there, the rocks shift and slide under your feet, causing kind of a cascade of pebbles and sound throughout the corridor to echo through the otherwise silent tombs. You also find large man traps inside of it, and that as you stepped across have slammed shut at you. Please make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage on the unstable footing around you.
12?
A 12. You avoid one, but find a second just on the other side of this pile of stone underneath your feet. It snaps closed around your leg, dealing you 14 points of crushing damage as it slams into your leg, holding you in place. You see a small chain worked up into the wall itself as if it was placed there. You are also immobilized while you are caught by this trap. As you do so, you see the rest of this room open up as you've gotten to the corner here. And you hear the scrambling of feet as the goblins inside these rooms. Oops, I am GM. Boom. As the goblins inside these rooms come out of hiding and begin looking at their prey, but rather than immediately go attack you, these goblins rush out of the rooms and begin forming up alongside this door, this empty, kind of broken area in the stone that you can see, I assume, here. Let me just open up all of this area for you. Here in the stone, there's this broken gap to it, and that leads somewhere deeper into the mountain. These goblins immediately rush out upon hearing you scramble in and form up around them. And they are all chattering in their goblin tongue. Goblin, 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 goblin at you.
You just see Sambar's face, like, in pain, and he goes from looking at the party to looking, like, swiveling around to look at the goblins, and just yells the most angriest yell you've ever heard come out of Sambar. Like, it's not a mighty bleat. It's pure anger and pain. I want to intimidate the goblins.
All right, you roll the angriest bleat you can at me.
Exactly. I don't got it in me today. I can't make it. 7 a.m. My mother will come in.
No,
here
I'm
and-
not telling you to screech at me. I'm telling you to roll the dice. You're rolling to intimidate, right?
I was gonna say.
You
I
roll
don't
the
wanna
angriest
die.
bleat you can. These goblins hear you roar, "Blah!" And they scream back in their goblin tongue. Unshaken, they form up around this, their bows drawn at you, and looking back deeper into the tunnel at your companions. What do you all do?
Are we rolling initiative?
We roll initiative?
Yeah, I think it's time to
If
roll.
you want to.
initiative.
Yeah, alright. Sounds like you guys are gonna fight some goblins. Let's roll initiative.
All right. Give me that sweet 4.
Sweet 4 from Tom. Alright. Janlar with a
If
6.
anybody spoke goblin, it might go differently, but we don't, so. I don't know.
Sambar
Unless-
with a 15.
Unless Tom wanted to cast tongues again.
Gord
But
with a 10. Rose with a 12. Goblins.
Nah, he wants to kill Dr. Goblins.
Yeah.
Honest.
I gotta remember what goblins roll initiative at. I think it's 2.
I think +2.
They're gonna roll at 6.
Plus work.
Goblins
Wouldn't you
at
want to kill these people anyway?
6.
Aren't we here to kill them?
Alrighty, well, the first to go here, Rose, you hear all these goblins barking, goblin, 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 at your party member. The Sambar is trapped in there. Their bows are drawn. What do you do?
Wouldn't he still go first, or is it because he's immobilized?
He rolled a lower initiative than you.
I got 15.
You rolled a
15.
15. I lied. You watch as Sambar instead goes first. Sambar, what do you do?
Can I get out of the trap?
You can spend a round trying to break free from the trap. It is a strength saving throw for your action.
Nah, fuck that. I'm just gonna shoot these little fuckers.
All right, you pull up
Alright.
your bow and fire into the goblins. Please roll the
I'm
hit.
firing at this one first.
Okay.
What? 15.
That is a 15 that will hit.
Cool. 20 damage.
Whoa! He explodes in a shower of gore. Like an action movie, he just falls dead, unable to pull the trigger on his bow.
This one here.
All right, you fired him. Please roll the hit. That
That's
will also hit.
yeah. Another
Oh
20
my
damage.
goodness, another 20 damage. Blah. This goblin also showers in a pile of gore next to his goblin companion.
We
And
took a
then
short
you-
rest, right?
No.
You didn't
No, we
officially take a short rest.
Okay.
No.
And then you see Samba get his second wind as he takes a deep breath and gets his adrenaline pumping.
All right.
And 6 points of heat.
All right. You breathe in, feel the rush of energy from the fight. Your adrenaline spikes after killing 2 goblins off the top. That is your turn. That brings us to Rose. Rose, you see Sambar just whip his bow across 2 different goblins, killing them instantly. What do you do?
I would like to try and conjure an animal, Greg.
Ooh, excellent. So what animal are you going to conjure? How many do you want to conjure? Of what
I want
CR?
1 CR2.
You want 1 CR2.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you are going to summon.
Greg, in your campaign, can
Yes.
she only summon creatures she's seen, or I don't? I mean,
Yes. She also comes from the woods, so
No, for
she has
sure.
seen a lot of creatures.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Giant octopus!
You.
I just wanted, like, does that work for all conjure spells? Like, if I ended up getting like conjure minor demons or something, I don't even know.
You summon a rhinoceros from the grassy plains. This
Nice.
large, scaly, large creature just appears in front of you. How far in front of you does it appear?
Let's see. Does this even have a range? Conjure animals has 60 feet of range. So I guess 10, 20, 40. I would put it, I guess Sandbar's chained. That... Well, I guess I could move up and then conjure it, right? I would want it to pop up right in front of Samba, so that it is like.
I don't
here.
have a
I'm gonna
rhino
move it.
token, so I'm gonna give you a bear.
It's fine. No,
Yeah.
no worries.
So you have a
I'll just move
bear
up
that
again.
pops up right in front of Sambar. Brah. But it's actually a rhino.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Very good.
Boom! It's a rhino. It has AC 11. It has 45 hit points. It has a gore attack, which is +7 to hit, and does 2d8 +5 bludgeoning damage. If the rhino moves at least 20 feet straight towards a target and then hits it with its gore attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 2d8 bludgeoning damage. If the creature is hit, it must succeed on DC 15 saving throw or be knocked prone. These are the stats of the rhinoceros. So the rhinoceros is summoned in front of Sambar out of the thin air. Boom. You can now control the rhinoceros. What do you do?
Sweet. Does it still get a turn on my first thing? I guess it does.
Yep.
Okay. I wanted to. I guess if it pops up here, it can still charge the very first goblet. Or does it run through the fire if it does that?
It has 40-foot movement, so it can definitely charge that goblin.
Right.
The fire here is out, essentially. It's ash. It's just a campfire.
Right. I'll try charging that goblin then.
All right. You charge the goblin Rah! With your rhinoceros. Please roll your gore attack. +7.
That is +7.
That successfully hits the goblin. Please roll 4d8 +5 bludgeoning damage from this rhinoceros's charge.
What?
Oh my goodness, another goblin is thrown backwards. It's gored by the vicious charging rhino. Blah, a shower of gore gets knocked back into the rest of the goblins there. And I believe that is the end of your turn, Rose.
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
Excellent. That brings us to Gorik. Gorik, you've just seen a rhinoceros appear in the middle of this cave and gore a goblin to death. What do you do?
I'm not muted. Okay, great. I'm going to use my movement to move up. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get into this space because you said it's difficult terrain.
Yes.
And then I'm going to use my action to dash.
You stop the... Oh, you're going to dash there? Okay. When you enter that space, please make me a dexterity saving throw. At disadvantage for the uneven ground.
Okay. -1. This won't go well. 7.
That is a 7. You are latched. You will take 13 points of crushing damage as this man trap cleases shut on your leg that you have disturbed in the rubble next to Sambar. You are restrained as long as you are attached to this bear trap as well.
Okay. So Sambar must not have triggered that one. He avoided it.
He triggered the one on this square.
Okay. In that case, instead of using my action to keep moving, I guess I will use my action to try and undo the trap.
Okay. Please make a strength saving throw.
20 plus 2. 12.
12 does not get you out. You strain at the edges of that trap, but you are unable to get out of it. Alrighty. Do you have a bonus action you'd like to take here?
I'm check 60 feet. How close is 60 feet? I think I can get there. 20, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. Nope.
All right. You are
No.
locked in to the rubble of the trap. The only effective goblin trap of the entire cave. Gotcha.
Actually, I'm going to use a bonus action to healing word on myself.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah,
Please
but
roll
that'll
your
end my
healing
turn.
word.
Oops, I need a slash. Slash R1D4 plus 4.
The light of the grave infuses your wounds, healing you up, and you feel reinvigorated. That will bring us to the goblins. Chandler, what's your dexterity?
The same as the goblins.
I think players
tie goes
win
to the
ties.
PC. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It goes to Janlar.
Okay. I'm within firebolt range of this one, so I'm just gonna shoot him. Hope I can't ping him. That one.
All right. You whip your firebolt at him. 20 hits. Please roll damage.
Roll 20 damage, just make it the me.
Just everybody gets 20 damage. 5 points of damage. Your fire arcs out, igniting on him. He screams in Goblin. Goblin, 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 Goblin. But he is not dead. He is in pain, though, as he pats at the fire on his clothing. Anything else that you're going to do with your turn, Chandlar?
No.
All right, you stay where you are, which brings us to goblin turns. The goblins are a little bit annoyed that you all are fighting them. These two in the back are going to run out of the fight into whatever lies beyond this broken hole here, while this one here is going to start shooting at the surprise rhinoceros along with his friends, as this giant beast compared to them has them very freaked out, except for the guy who got hit by fire. Actually, he's going to try to shoot at Janlar. Decides Janlar is way out of range. He'll take a pot shot at Sambar. So we have goblin attack at good old Sambar. I'm on my rhinoceros page now, so that's not working out for me. I think it's +5. But let me double check, just to be sure. Don't want to cheat you. It is +4. I would have cheated you. Sambar, does a 22 hit you?
Yeah, just the roll.
Alrighty, please make a DC 9 Constitution saving throw against their poison.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, you are good, but you do take 6 points of piercing damage from the goblin's weapon. The other ones, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we will have 6d20 against the rhinoceros. AC 11.
Attack the rhino, I think. Fuck.
Yes, so we have 1 hit, 1 miss, 1 miss, 1 hit, 1 miss, and a miss. So, no, that's a +4, that's a 12. That will hit. So we have exactly 3 hits on the rhino.
Better than I expected, actually. I thought it would go much worse.
3d6 plus 6. The rhino takes 19 points of damage as it is struck by the arrows. A pincushion of them against the rhino's hide.
And 3 poison saving throws?
3
or?
poison saving throws if it is still alive.
I think it has
believe
like 40
is.
HP.
Yeah, it has a lot of HP.
So it gets a +2 on each of them, so that's only 11, 8, and 6.
Okay, you get 2 fails, so we will have you take an additional 7 points of poison damage on the rhino for those, like, ugly tipped arrows. And the goblins kind of reform themselves with the rest of their turn. They begin bunching up in a very un-goblin-like manner, seemingly trying their best to protect this gap-like opening. Alrighty. That brings us to Tom. You see them all grouped together after firing at the rhino. What do you do?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I move up to here just before the difficult terrain.
Uh-huh.
I should be able to throw a javelin at disadvantage, so let's just go ahead and go for that really
Alright,
fast.
javelin at disadvantage.
2d20.
You must be out of fireballs.
Oh yeah, no, I've been out of 3rd level spells since before this episode started. So we roll that with a 20 to hit.
A 20 hits, yes. Even at disadvantage, your arm is true.
It takes 6 points of damage. I'm gonna go for the one that got firebolted, because that's the one in front, right?
The one that got firebolted is right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
As long as he's not like the back row.
Nope.
I got a clean shot on him.
He is dead. All right, your bolt strikes true. The javelin takes him right through the throat. He falls down dead at his feet.
And as a bonus action, I say, "You got this, Sandbar," and I'm going to cast a Shield of Faith on him.
All right, Shambar, you are shielded by a light of Burgess slowly glowing around you. That brings us back around to the top. Sambar, you are shielded. You are stuck in your man trap. What do you do?
I'm gonna keep railing these little fuckers with arrows.
Keep railing them.
Yep, railing them.
All right.
First guy at the front, not miss.
No, that will definitely miss.
Second one, that'll hit.
That'll get him. Yep.
Yeah,
For
22 damage.
22 points of damage. Oh my goodness. It is a schlocky horror film when you hit goblins. Like, bad things happen to them.
Really is. That's
Yeah,
why
it's
I
like-
always sharpshooter them.
Yeah, it's like Night of the Evil Dead. It's just, awful, awful gore every time your arrows hit. It's like they have explosives on them. All right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Rose, it is your turn. What do you and your rhinoceros do?
Right. First one question. How high is the ceiling in here, including the way through here?
How high is the ceiling behind it?
Yeah. Like,
how
high is the ceiling? Like, or whatever. What is the circumference of this tunnel, or whatever you wanna? Is this just a hole? Or is this actually like?
It is hard to tell from where you are. As you look back there, it largely goes off into darkness. You are uncertain the dimensions of whatever lies beyond that hole.
Right, but just the hole itself, right? Is it just a 5 by 5 feet hole, or is it?
No, it's actually larger. It's not goblin sized like the tunnels they were digging. This hole is roughly like 10 feet across and as high as the ceiling in this area. So quite a massive hole in the wall here.
How high is the ceiling in this area?
Very high. You crane your neck up and look, and it seems to be about 20 to 30 feet high.
Okay, so I can maintain concentration while I'm in animal form, and like technically it doesn't cost me an action to make available commands. To issue them, no action required to issue the rhino. So what I would like to do is I would
control the rhino.
Exactly. I would like to turn into, that's my second turn, turn into a giant wolf spider and climb up on the ceiling.
Oh dear,
And
okay.
start making my way on the ceiling towards the hole they are guarding so I can like walk past them.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and move yourself. Your movement as a wolf spider along the ceiling. We
Okay.
will give you some kind of like... You have this like web thing to show that you're spidery and on the ceiling.
I would have 40 feet of climbing speed. So I guess 40 feet because I'm taking an action, so I can't dash. Yeah. Boop. So this is like the equivalent, I guess, 10, 20, 30. I would be hanging like on
Yeah,
top
you're
of...
on the ceiling. You can move across
Yeah.
there as if it's not there.
Right.
All right, you climb across the ceiling. What do you command your rhinoceros to do?
I guess it's gonna charge again. So
10, 15.
10,
It's
20. I would be 20 for a charge, right? So I guess I could
on
get this
guy.
dude.
Yep, absolutely. You charge your way into him. Please roll to hit.
Oh my god, I already am on the wolf spider page. It was +7, I
+7.
believe. One. I'm sorry, there's too many animals. Then it's a miss, right?
A 10 is a miss. This time when the rhinoceros charges, the goblin definitely jumps out of the way. It goes and tries to gore it with its horn, but it can't get it.
Right.
And
Okay.
that is your turn. That brings us to Goric. You see this phase spider walking across the, or wolf spider, excuse me, walking across the ceiling above you. The rhinoceros charges into a pit of these goblins. What do? You should cast Unsilence on yourself first.
I cast Unsilence on myself,
There you go.
and then I attempt to break the grapple that this thing's got again.
All right, please make a strength saving throw.
15?
15 does the trick. You manage to rip open this trap, freeing your leg.
All right,
allowing
that's
you
my
to move
action,
once
right?
again. It is your action.
Did Sandbar trigger? There was another trap in the space in
You
front
see,
of me, right?
you see Sambar held by his trap here.
Is
you
there
take
one in the space between us, though?
You take a quick look to see, and you do not see one.
Okay. I'm gonna move, but before moving, I'm gonna pick up like a baseball or softball sized rock, and I'm just gonna kind of throw it. I'm gonna spike it in the middle,
Sure.
just in case to trigger the thing, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm technically same space as Faye, but I'm underneath.
No, she's way above you. You are
right,
technically
exactly,
in the same space. Yeah. We'll just kind of, move you a little bit off to the side.
Oh yeah,
so we can see
our
you.
2D map doesn't quite show.
Yeah,
it,
our
but-
2D map doesn't really show the ceiling well, but no, you're underneath the wolf spider, and
Okay.
you have freed yourself from the man trap.
It's my
Excellent.
action to get out of the trap, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So that brings us to Janlar. You see your companions beginning to move in here. The goblins forming up. What do you do?
Well, looks like we're about to kill him, so I'll just move up. I'll move up a little bit next to the pond, and I'll cast Firebolt again.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh,
A
plus-
5. You flash fire,
It's 12.
but it misses.
Sorry, it's a +7. I didn't think +7.
That's a 12. It still misses. As you are unable to connect with your firebolt. Excellent. That is the goblins' turn. These goblins are gonna kill this damn rhinoceros. They are not okay with this big beast right
They
here.
are in melee with it as a note.
They are, except for probably this guy right here. But you are correct. So let's have... I guess we'll just do this like this. Boom. So that is a 8 to hit, a 8 to hit, a 11 to hit. I believe that is one hit.
11 hits exactly. Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, and a 14 to hit. So there's 2 hits, and then one guy just by himself. And a 19. So we have, once again,
3 hits.
3 hits. All right. Well, we know what that is. 3d6
Snake eyes.
plus 6. That is 15 points of piercing damage as they shoot into this rhinoceros. Please give me 3 DC 9 Constitution saving throws.
Oh, what is it? I think that's a +2.
Alrighty. That is 1 pass, so once again, this is the exact same damage it took before. 2d4 more points of poison damage. 4 more points of poison damage from these goblins. As
What was it before 15? You said, right?
15.
15 and then +4.
Yeah, it took
Correct.
19 this turn.
41, 40. It's exactly down then.
oh, the rhinoceros
Exactly 45
falls.
HP.
What is it?
exactly
Yeah.
lethal.
Rose, what happens to your conjured animal when it dies?
So technically it's a face spirit, right? It's not really an animal that dies per se.
Okay, so you
Um,
summoned a
so
fey spirit in the form of a rhinoceros.
Exactly. It looks like a rhinoceros. I guess it just disappears in a flurry of very see-through butterflies. So it just, it looks more like a magic trick really than
In
something
a
dying.
cloud
So.
of different colored magical fireflies, the creature's form just erupts and they wave around before disappearing in front of the goblins, leaving a very surprised group of goblins. That brings us around to Tom. Tom, you see a bunch of really surprised-looking goblins. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to use up my movement to go 1 space behind Sandbar here, and I'll throw another javelin at disadvantage.
Okay.
That one's not going to hit.
Nope. That one comes up short. Your javelin bounces on the stone in front of the creature. It looks at you. Goblin, goblin, goblin.
And that's going to be my turn. I don't really have much else to do here.
Perfect. That is you, which brings us back around to Sandbar. Sandbar, you're still locked into your man catcher. You see these goblins have dealt with the rhinoceros. What do you do?
I'm gonna deal with the goblins. Alright, so, first attack. Oh, no. 1, thank you. 22.
That hits. Is it a shower of gore? Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is.
There are dead goblins everywhere. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that one's dead too. 17.
17. Yep, that will get him. All right. There are only 3 goblins remaining in this doorway. They hold firm, though, a look of kind of panic in their eyes as they knocked more arrows. Rose, the wolf spider, what do you do?
I would like to move 80 feet forward on the ceiling. One second.
Measure with the ruler, then halve it. That's actually the measurement.
70. I think I'm gonna end up right on top of them.
Okay, you're above them. Let's put you on this, like, wall for a sec so we can kind of see. There we go. You're right above that goblin.
Okay, and that's all I do because I had to dash for it, but
All
I can't like peek into the thing. I take it. Like I would be in the hole, right? Like in the hole here.
Sure, if you want to be in the hole, that's fine. You peek in and you see a whole
I do have
bunch of
dark.
cave going
Oh, gee.
backwards. You don't see these two though; they have moved past the map here.
Okay.
Now channel your inner koala / drop bear and fall down on top of these goblins and fuck their shit up.
And just die in the meantime. Very good. Yeah.
How do you guys survive in a country with drop bears? I just don't know how you manage it.
You know, I just don't go outside.
So that is Rose's turn. Gorik, you saw this. You looked up and saw this crazy wolf spider, just all legs, running across the ceiling to get to the other side. There's 3 goblins left. What do you do?
I am going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to move and dash, and I'm going to get on the other side of this pillar up here. So that I'm not... I'm going to do like a paintball slide behind cover over here.
I like it. Gorik, like, slides down on one leg, pops up behind the statue. All right.
And I'm gonna pull out that little amber statue of Ungral. And I think... Hang on. I think it's a... action to cast this spell, so I think I have to wait. Yeah, it's an action. So that's all I do this turn.
All right, you pull out the amber statue, begin to prepare a spell. That brings us to Janlar. You see Gorik baseball slide into the behind cover. What do you do?
And muted.
No.
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
He's just thinking.
Gonna continue to attack away with firebolt.
All right, shoot a fireball, bolt.
The fireball would have been handy here.
21 hits. Please roll some damage for me.
Right, Sandbar's just gonna smack the last 2.
And don't forget your fire D10 now because you're level 5.
11 points of damage. Your firebolt is much stronger this time. You take this one full in the chest. He delivers a final scream in Goblin. Goblin! Before your cantrip burns him to the ash in front of his friends. All right. That brings us to Goblin's turns. Goblins form up. He moves up to where his dead friend is, kicks the body aside, and they both shoot arrows at Sambar.
Not the spider above them?
They don't see the spider above them.
Oh, they've missed it? Okay,
They have missed the spider above them. So the first one fires a 12 at Sambar. The next, a 13. Do either of them hit you?
Nah.
All
That
right.
doesn't even hit my armor.
They fire ineffectively, bouncing their arrows off the walls. They look panicked at each other really quick and then place their backs against the wall as best they can. Notch another arrow. Goblin! That brings us to Tom. You see
My
these last 2
javelin.
goblins. Last javelin.
15?
That hits.
All right. I don't care which one it hits. It hits somebody for 6.
It hits somebody for 6. It hits him. Goblin! Ah! He holds himself up, clearly wounded, not looking good.
All right.
All right, that's your turn.
That's my turn. Oh, wait, no, I can move forward a little bit.
Okay.
Too, right? I do have movement.
Yeah,
So
you
10,
move through
20.
Sambar's space.
So that was 20, so I can go there.
All right, perfect. That is your turn. Sambar, there's 2 goblins left, one with a javelin in him. What do you do?
Yeah, they're gonna cop my arrows. So, first one, crit.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so much damage.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty bad.
That is
6 damage.
that is
Notches
almost.
his arrow, pulls it all the way back, and he's just like, "Fwop!" And you just see the arrow pierce straight through the center of the skull. Like he nails him, and as it comes out the other side, it's just kind of like watching a shot. Like, have you ever seen a shotgun shoot a watermelon?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I
All
haven't,
right.
but I can imagine it very
That is
vividly.
that is a very dead. It's like your arrows are like hollow point or something. Like just bad things happen when people get hit with it. All right, there's one more left. He's wounded.
right. Yeah, he dead.
He dead. Oh my. And with that, our goblins are slain. You once
The moment they
again
all
find
keel
yourself-
over, I just like drop the bow and just straight away just start ripping at this thing to get it off my
Yeah.
leg.
I will also walk up and heal him as he's working on all that.
All right.
So you get 9 points of hit points.
You
back.
can pull this thing off your leg. I'm not gonna make you roll. You have plenty of time to do it, right? You can have basically a take 20 on this. You eventually rip this off your leg, and you stand once again in a silent hall. You see this hole leads to some natural-looking cave work. This doesn't seem to be carved out of stone or anything. That leads further down, deeper into the mountain.
You just see Samo go, Gorik, can you grab the arrow out of that mush, please? I'm gonna need it.
Gorik peeks around the thing and goes, "Oh, okay," and he just puts the statuette back.
Yeah, Jandler will help Sandbar grab his arrows by using minor illusion and picking them up.
Mage hand.
Mage hand, sorry, mage hand.
You're just making illusions of more arrows.
He does an illusion of a mage hand picking up the arrow and like offers it to Sambar, and Sambar reaches to take it and it's not there.
I can do that too. Pull out the cigar and then I just start making things appear at will. Look, I have a quiver full of arrows.
Gorik's gonna check these rooms that are over here.
You see basically an identical scene to all the other tombs that you have pillaged. There are cabinets in the walls where dwarves would have been resting, but they have been pillaged and torn apart, their bodies strewn across the ground, whatever valuables that lay inside long since gone. Holes have been excavated into the walls, giving them passageways into other areas. You do notice that this one here does have a hole in it, but these two do not.
Okay.
And the scene is a replica of the other tombs that you have pillaged in this area. There are kind of some small goblin items here, right? Things, rags, some like fluffed up, nasty, rotting, soft mushrooms they seem to be using maybe as pillows or food or something, along with the pillaged dwarven bodies.
Okay. And the same on the opposite side, probably.
Yes. There are, once again, though, there are no holes going deeper in.
Okay. So then, yeah, let's look down this weird tunnel hall. From this side of the cave, the way it's depicted on the map, it's like the wall is like finished carved stone and stuff all the way through.
Yeah.
Does it look like the wall is carved out of the natural wall of this cave on this side?
Yeah, so this area here looks like it was carved painstakingly by the dwarves, right, in the old ways. And it was carved out of the natural kind of mountain. And on this side, on the other side here where you stand, it seems to be some more natural occurring. It doesn't seem to be carved. There's just some pocket of natural cave here that has butted up against the old dwarven hall.
So from this side, it doesn't look like the dwarves just walled off this cave to make their hall.
No.
Okay.
No.
Is the ceiling still high enough of that cave to be able to sneak along on the ceiling, or is the ceiling rather low here?
The ceiling is much lower than that of the Dwarven Hall. However, you're just a large spider, so you have plenty of clearance above your companions' heads. The ceiling here is no more than 15 feet high.
Right. Well, I guess I'd still like to try to sneak ahead. I'm still pretty sneaky as a spider, I guess.
Okay. You sneak ahead. Please give me a stealth check as you travel down here.
7, actually. 19.
Right. You have a stealth check. You sneak ahead going down this corridor. I would love to be able to split my players, but I guess that's not going to happen. So, Rose, you see this. There's a natural cave that extends deep underground here. You come from this direction, and you see this large kind of natural cave going back deep into the mountain. All of this is kind of slightly downgrade, going deeper down lower than the Dwarven Hall itself.
Interesting. I guess I would still keep sneaking ahead then.
All right.
Because that's what I wanted to do. So I don't know for how long. I mean, even if it gets dark, I do have dark vision or even blind sight on the spider.
Yeah,
I think
your
blind
spider
sight-
can see just fine as you sneak along the roofs here.
Is it? It's rather narrow though, isn't it? Is it actually like 10 feet wide here?
As you've gone down the passageway away from the cave that butted up against the Dwarven Hall, it does narrow a great deal.
Oh, I'll keep going this direction. Do the pockets mean anything, or is it just naturally?
They're just natural pockets in the walls of this cave.
I'm gonna stay like within, say, 50 feet of Rose, so I'd probably be at the entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, Gorik will move at least to the point where he could see from the other map, where he could see like down the shaft, and then probably move like to the entrance of this map too. Stay back there.
There you go.
Out of curiosity.
So.
Yeah, I quickly lose the spider in the darkness. I can't see her anymore.
Okay. Your old eyes failing you.
Yeah.
She's right there, and you're like, I don't see shit. I'm like, she's right there.
Yeah. Where? She's a rock-colored spider in the rock-shaped.
She's right there.
That's a rock, Sambar. That's literally a rock.
It's not a rock. It's
No,
moving.
those are roots coming off of it.
Okay, I guess I keep going then, but Samba would be like 50 feet behind me, I guess.
Alright, as you get to there, you
I can't move my token,
see
so-
2 goblins that are posted up right here. They don't have bows anymore. They have put their bows away for large curved scimitars
Cannons.
with black blades.
No,
And they seem to be in a very protective position around this hall down.
Right, do they look like they spotted me? Like, do they, turn towards me, or?
You pause for a moment on the ceiling, preparing to run away from them. You wait a beat. And they seem to just be waiting. They don't seem to have noticed you as a spider on the ceiling.
Okay, then I'm spootering back.
Okay, you spooter back.
Jesus Christ!
I let myself down from the ceiling on like a thin piece of, I guess, silk.
Gorik was still looking at the rock that he thought was the spider, because Sambar said, and then all of a sudden the real spider shows up.
And then I use one of my. I'm a bit bigger than that. I don't fit on your arm, I think.
I'm a big boy. I'll hold you up. I got you.
I'm still medium sized, dude. Like a normal person.
Okay.
I point one of my 8 legs into the direction that I just came from, and then I use like my one leg, right? I point into the direction, and then I use my other front leg. I tap twice on the ground.
Okay, there's 2 somethings up ahead. Okay.
Gorik like kind of watches that whole display and then looks at Rose and goes, "Have you never read Charlotte's Web? Just spell words with your webs."
And I just do this with my front legs, so can keep going again.
Tom, and I'm like, "Can I have my spear back?"
When did you give me your spear?
Like 2 sessions ago.
I don't have it on my character sheet, so I must have lost it.
Okay, then I have my spear back. It's okay.
You were
I
given
pull out
the
my-
silvered spear.
Oh, right. I thought that I just got that like temporary. I didn't even record it because I assumed I was
okay.
just like using it and then giving it back.
Did you keep the dwarven warhammer, Tom, or did you?
I
give
probably
that back?
returned that to you
Okay.
by now.
I
Like
hand
I'll
that
do
to
it
Sam.
right now.
Yeah, I hand that to Sambar. I'll be like, "Can you carry this, please?"
You're pushing my limits, and I put it on my back, and I'm like, okay, this is it. I can't carry any more.
Hey, you think
I'm
you have
just, like,
problems?
I'm waiting for like the straw that
There's
breaks
just
the
like a
camel's back.
walking armory on his back. He's got just weapons strapped to him with belts.
He has a backpack, and it's just like he has a hard time opening it now because it's just covered in weapons.
Yeah.
Guys, when we
have-
return to Sarmanath, I think we might need to invest in some.
Well, we have a cart and some mules. We
I was
just
gonna say, yeah, like just get like a mule.
we just didn't bring them with us because they're kind of a.
I have Janlar's shit in my bag as well as my shit.
Yeah, it's like so much random shit too. It's like a globe and a whip and
I just grab my spear and I'm like, I'm gonna go kill these 2 things. Like, you can come with me. I'm not fussed, but let's go. I want to kill these things.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna charge on ahead. I'm not even bothered about stealthing. I'm just like, just run.
All right.
All right. Tom runs behind with his javelin out.
I
Ah!
had a question for you, Greg.
Yes.
Are there amber crystals down this hall, or is this hall totally dark?
No, this hall is dark.
Oh, I'm gonna cast light on my.
Just running into the darkness.
Sandbar can
In-
see in the dark.
Right into the wall.
Wait. The globe is the thing of daylight, right?
Yes.
That's regular light with it too, I think, with the drift globe.
Yeah, on at will, but you can do daylight once per day.
You can do
Sambar,
daylight
why
once
don't you
per
pass
day.
me that globe and I'll give us some daylight here.
And I just look at you. I'm like, take off the bag and start fucking fishing through.
Oh, careful! The axe. It's. Oh, okay. You're good.
Hammer. No. There we go. Globe.
All right.
gotta make
I'll
sure that-
activate the globe and cast daylight.
You issue the command for daylight, and daylight emanates out, bright as day, lighting up the tunnel in front of you. You
I'll double
hear
check. I think
echoing
daylight-
back to you, and a very surprised.
Let me see here. Keep charging, Sambar. Let's go.
All
You just
right.
hear me yell out in Elven, I'm coming for you, goblins!
You
gonna-
charge up to these goblins. They are prepared, of course, for you. Go ahead and roll just initiative between yourself and these gobos real quick.
Yeah, this is
Because nobody else will probably make it there
All
before they're
right,
dead.
you are quicker than them and ready to go. So Sambar, you race up to these goblins. Whoa! You go first. What do? Attack them.
I cleave the first one.
A 12
I don't
misses.
cleave
It bounces
first
off
one.
their like hidey armor that they have put
That's
on.
alright. I got 2 swings.
The first connects for 10 points of damage, felling this first goblin. The second steps up, attempting to fill his place. Do you action surge?
I don't have it.
All right, he attacks you with his sword for a 20.
He would still have the shield of faith because it's 10 minutes for that spell.
Oh, and there you go. 20. How much is Shield of Faith?
2 plus 2 AC.
Oh, then it matches.
All right, he
Well-
still hits you.
tried.
He will roll his D6 plus 2. Please give me a DC 9 Constitution save for poison.
Yeah,
He strikes you for 8 points of damage.
that's okay.
All
Oh,
right.
that's
Do any of you rush in by the next round, or are you just slowly
Yeah.
walking?
Well, I said that I was
Sandbar
going with
around?
Sandbar when he started.
All right,
charging.
Tom, you enter the combat. What do you do?
All right, I'll run up here. So I put my shield away because I need a spare hand to carry the globe. So I've got globe in one hand and mace in the other. I'm just gonna squeeze by sandbar here. Get
I
right
think
up
the
this guy's
drift globe
face.
will hover along behind
Yeah,
you.
the drift globe does hover 20 feet behind.
Okay, never mind. It
at all
floats
times. Yeah.
with me, and then I'll run up and try to give this guy
I
a
do
mace.
like
to
the
face.
idea of you holding it like an inquisitor.
I do like that too. I might just do that anyways. So I'll try and mace him to the
You
face.
hit.
So he takes another d6 plus 3. He takes 9.
Oh, he almost dies, but he holds on with 1 HP. He's badly wounded, but he still brandishes his weapon at you. Sambar, are you finishing him off?
Yeah, I'm gonna headbutt him.
With a headbutt. You
No.
miss! He dodges
No.
away from your headbutt.
Do I get a second attack with the headbutt?
Yes,
You
because
get
it's
multi-attack.
tied to your
Perfect.
class, not your
Yeah,
weapon.
I second headbutt him. There we go.
You hit. Your headbutt crushes his skull.
Does he
and
also
he
take 5 when he
dies.
does a headbutt?
No.
No, it's my.
I have made him take damage before for headbutting statues.
Well, he doesn't have the rack right now, though, right? So he's
No, he
just going
doesn't
straight
have the
skull to
rack.
skull.
He's just going skull to skull.
Very thick-headed. It's okay.
You still have like.
So, you
Inside,
guys
like-
see here, now that you have killed these goblins and take a look into this area, a pool of bubbling and shimmering water. It is greenish
I'll be right
and
back.
ugly, as it bubbles almost all on its own. Standing on the other side of it here is the large, malformed goblinoid. It is at least the size of a normal human, so it would tower above the rest of the goblins, but it is obese to the point that it looks like it can hardly move. It is just a ball of ugly slime almost. It wears a crooked crown upon its head, and as it looks up to you with kind of glazed eyes, it points at the water and says something in Goblin.
I want to put an arrow in its chest before I look into the pool.
Okay. You put an arrow into its chest, and it dies. You put an arrow, you see a foul-looking liquid ooze out around your arrow, more ichor than blood, as it slumps down, and the light fades from its
What's its
gross
crown
eyes.
made of?
The crown
Disappointment.
looks to be made of gold.
I take its crown.
Don't touch it.
All
I
right.
missed something important.
You walk around the pool of bubbling liquid and you grab the crown. It is about the size of a medium head. You think you could wear it. It is dented, badly damaged. In places it seems to have kind of corroded. But it still seems to be made of gold. It could be worth something.
I just I grab it and then I just take a second to think about it. I'm like, I put it on my head. How do I look? Goblin, goblin, goblin!
Do you
You
actually
look like you're
say-
about to disease yourself.
Do you actually say goblin, 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 or do you
Yeah.
like fake goblin talk?
No, definitely do the goblin, goblin, goblin thing.
Okay,
And
what
now
happens
I've
to
got
the
a-
pool?
Tom is fantasy racism, and then starts moving around the corner.
Did you say
I guess-
Tom does fantasy racism?
No. Tom says, "Well, it is fantasy racism," and
Oh.
starts moving down the. Down the hall.
I thought you were just like committing casual fantasy racism. Like Tom commits some form of fantasy racism. I was like, whoa!
What's in the pool? I look down in the
All
pool.
right, you look down in the pool, and bubbling away down there, you see what appears to be dwarven treasure. There are mounds of gold coins and silver coins, all coming back greenish. It's hard to tell the difference between them, but there's coinage down there. Large things like weapons, metals. Most of them appear to have been in there for quite some time, as they appear quite corroded, even to your eyes
Greg.
up here.
Greg, does this look like water?
It looks like water.
Like horrible greenish bubbling
my
water,
Yes.
God.
but water.
It looks
So
that
I could
way.
cast Purify Food and Drink on this little pool right here.
Do you attempt
It's
to
just
cast
gonna
Purify
be-
Food
My
and
very
Drink?
last spell slot, I could cast Purify Food and Drink on
Would
this
you like
pool
to
of-
try?
Yes, I would like to do that.
All right.
Let me see if it has a range.
A 5 foot cube, I know that part, but I don't.
Greg, if this is acid, we seriously need to talk about that problem you had with the pool in your childhood.
Yes, it has a range of 10 feet, so I don't have to touch it to make it happen.
All right. You step down, and what does it look like when you cast Purify Food and Drink?
I was gonna say I
Cast
imagine
wine
they
to
are
water?
falling.
I feel like wine to water is just like he tosses it from one hand to the other. He tosses like a glass of water and then catches a bottle of wine. But
It's like a vine. Like, it's just edited.
yeah, I think he just like probably lays a hand on the ground and a little bit of soft light moves from the ground to the pool and attempts to purify this pool of water.
All right.
Tries to burn away its impurities.
Right. A small bit of light emanates from you and begins to burn away at the impurities of the water. The water glows brightly as you do this, shedding an emerald light, brighter than the daylight across the room. Everything you see is showered in this kind of emerald, sickly hue. Eventually, the water begins to boil rapidly, fast. The water begins to clear and spin and dissipate. And as you do this, the water seems to purify itself. What was a bubbling, boiling mass becomes like a jacuzzi almost of founts of air rushing through it. It begins to form like a mini spring. As your spell reaches its apex and the water clears in its entirety, the roiling jets begin to form some kind of typhoon down the water. It begins to work. You all feel a pulse of your tattoos. The burning of otherworldly magic erupts from this as the typhoon once again sets into place. The treasures inside begin to swirl around with it, losing substance, merging into each other, combining. And as the spell subsides, the pool lays still and silent. As you look down, none of the treasures that were in it remains, but a long, slender rapier just kind of floats its way up out of the water and hovers in front of you.
Slender
I'll
what?
grab it.
Rapier.
If I like, yeah, if I grab it, does it make the tattoo on my my chest burn?
It does. You grab the rapier,
Interesting.
and immediately your tattoo burns. As you place your hands around the rapier, you hear a voice in your head say, "Hands off of me, you knave! Who granted you permission to touch me?
Well, you were just sort of handed to me by a magical pool.
I was called
I heard
here.
a legend about this once, actually.
Yeah.
What need have you of Esteban Montague Garcia IV, greatest swordsman in all of the land?"
Esteban! Oh.
Wait, I thought you're a sword, not a swordsman.
I am the greatest that ever lived. Now, do not touch me. Hands off.
I'm sorry, but I don't have any option. I'm afraid you've become my primary weapon.
Oh, why are you? No, you cannot handle me. Oh, how obscene.
No, I
Your
guess- I
greasy
guess you don't
fingers
have
do not dare touch Esteban Montague Garcia IV.
Somebody write that name down. I need it in writing.
Already did.
Thank you.
Look, Esteban, I understand this is an awkward moment for the both of us. I was really hoping when I picked up this sword that it wasn't going to be a talking one, but you know,
We're just
sometimes
looking at
life
it like he's
deals out
crazy.
punches. Yeah, I'm probably just like standing there staring off into space for the rest of the party. Like, you know, sometimes life deals out some punches and you just have to accept them and move in stride. Or stab them.
I am very good at stabbing, and I will stab you. Hands off the merchandise.
Well, I can't stab you because you're an inanimate object, but I could stab with you.
I am quite good at stabbing on my own, thank you very much.
Are you?
Yes, quite proficient. Shall I show you?
Yes, could you stab him? And I point to Sambar.
At once! It races out of your hand, flying towards Sambar. Please make a roll to hit at +4. Sandbar,
Okay.
I think you are surprised by this, are you not?
I am definitely
Yeah, so
surprised
please roll
by
an
him.
advantage of +4.
Is it only
out of
is it
nowhere.
only Tom that can hear the voice, or does Sandbar hear it too?
Only in when Tom touches it, he hears it. He crits you. Please roll rapier damage +4.
Okay, so
D8.
2d8 plus 4. You take 12 points of
You
damage.
take 12
yourself.
points of damage as the rapier in Tom's hand just races towards you, stabbing you.
Okay.
Pulls itself back out and like floats back over to Tom.
So I grab it and I say,
Ah! Why are you touching me again? I
I'm
showed you
sorry,
how good
but
I was at stabbing. Now do I need to
you are
stab
an
you?
excellent stabber.
Yes.
I am. Look, we're going to stab so many things together, Esteban.
Of
You
course.
have no idea. Yes, this is going to be an exciting and fruitful partnership. I am.
I just look at you and I'm like, I'm going to stab you.
I didn't do it. The rapier did.
No, that's not how this works. Otherwise, my spear and bow have killed more people than I ever have.
No, I didn't even. You saw it leave my hand. I didn't throw it at you. It just flew at you.
Who are you
Unleash
talking
me
to,
and I shall
crazy?
stab him again. He clearly vexes thee.
He vexes
Gorik-
me too, but
Gorik
we
will
need him.
walk up.
He's a useful mule.
Gorik will walk up just in time to see Sandbar bleeding and arguing with Tom over who stabbed who, and be like, "I think the dwarven ale might be wearing off."
I don't know, but I got stabbed by him and this sword, and he's talking to himself.
Relax. It's a magic sword. Esteban, I think we're gonna become fast friends, and I'll go.
Oh, hand off! You're sheathing me. How to?
Does he go silent when he's in the sheath?
When you're not touching him with your hand or your skin, like if you're not grabbing
I've got him
you
like
can't
I've got him
hear
like on my waist. I
If
guess.
you sheath
I'll
him in
start.
a scabbard or something, you can't hear him.
So I get the impression, was it like an action to do the stab, but I didn't actually do the stabbing, sort of? Like I directed it mentally?
Yes, you asked him to stab, and he stabbed.
Well, I'm guessing, is it an independent thing that's happening, or is it like a thing that I still
seemed
commit
very
an action?
independent to me. I don't know how
Okay.
Tom views causality, but you said stab him, and then the sword leapt from your hand and stabbed him.
All right. I guess what I'm asking is more for the mechanical side of things.
It's essentially a spiritual weapon that you don't have to summon. Yes,
It's
I just
probably
got
a dancing
stabbed.
I will, I'll hang on to Esteban here.
After that happens, I'm like, you can finish the cave. I'm gonna sit in this pool, and I'm just gonna climb into the pool of water.
You climb into the pool of water?
Yeah, I'm just gonna lay in there. I'm like, fuck this. shit.
Sandbar, you might, there's a lot of rift
Probably
magic in
acid.
there.
Okay,
Well,
you
Sandbar-
climb
Sandbar-
into the pool of water.
Okay.
You said it was water. I'm just gonna climb into water.
When you climb into the pool of water, it begins to bubble, and
Oh, fuck me.
and the jets once again pick up. A small pull at the bottom of your feet begins to pull down on you as this like kind of cyclone begins moving once again.
Oh, fuck.
Seeing this happen, can Janler cast Levitate on him?
You can. There's a whisper in the back of your mind that says, "Don't save him. Don't save him. We can use this."
I mean, he
You
was
know
stupid
the
enough to climb in the
spell.
pool.
Open me. You know the spell.
Gorik,
Do I
Gorik,
feel
get it.
compelled to open my spellbook?
You
down
don't
this.
feel compelled, but you are tempted. Maybe.
I am
I don't
very
know.
tempted.
Are you tempted to open the spell book?
A little bit. But no.
All right. You cast levitate on him. Gorik,
No, I'm
what
not
do
gonna
you
cast
do?
Levitate. I'm not gonna
Oh,
cast it.
Oh, you
I'm
don't.
Gonna look,
Okay.
I'm gonna look down.
I
this
start
other-
to, like, I'll pull out my loot, but then I'll put it away.
as we're doing all of this stuff. Gorik's gonna kind of peek down like into this kind of larger chamber.
Okay. You walk off away from the danger.
Yeah.
So you see Janlar pull out a loop and then slowly put it away. Sambar, you feel like you're getting sucked down into something. It pulls not just your body. Like if you ever gone through like a roller coaster and felt your heart drop or your stomach turn, it's that kind of feeling. This pull deep inside you. Maybe very similar to when you walked through the gates of the Silver Lord. Actually. Please.
You kind of see me like for a second, like maybe I want to go into here.
Yeah, please. Are you attempting to get out, or are you just going?
Yeah,
down?
I'm gonna get out. But
Okay.
I have that moment of
Please
hesitation
make
of, like,
me a DC 18 strength saving throw to swim and pull your way out of this typhoon.
fuck.
Oh my god, this is going terribly.
Sandbar, you get pulled down into the water, boiling away, and you are sucked down into it. You see your body kind of pulling apart around you as you get subsumed into this water, and you are dead.
Ha!
What just happened?
Your
died.
soul is trapped in this pool of magical water. Janlar, you hear a voice in your head, and it says, "Good. Put a weapon in."
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Yep. I mean,
Wait, are you gonna ask for like somebody else's weapon, or are you gonna do a dagger? What are you doing?
all I have is a dagger.
Did Sambar take all his stuff with him? Because I
Yeah,
kind of want his soul to
Wait,
be.
Yeah.
whoa!
I was
Would
gonna
you
say,
dip into a
is
pool with
in
your
the
backpack
pool?
on?
Bow there.
I just got in the pool.
I really
Nice.
want Sambar's soul to be trapped in his Silver Lord spear.
I should have just taken all your gold.
Does anyone?
Should have. Too late now.
I look around for a weapon on the ground. Are there any weapons around me?
It says, "A measly weapon will do. Maybe something greater. Think. Use your imagination, cur. Put it in quickly."
You do have like an arsenal carried around on our clerics,
Now,
and
don't
I
be
believe we also.
disrespectful.
Huh?
I start looking at. I'm talking to myself. I say, don't be disrespectful, and then start looking around for a weapon.
So
So everybody's just talking to
Yeah,
themselves.
I look
Right.
over. I like move over to this
You
pool
guys
and I
might
look
hear me.
in, and Sambar looks like he's just gone, right?
Sandbar's
So-
form has disappeared into
So
this
from-
pool.
from Gorik's perspective, he walks up. Sambar's been stabbed. Tom is arguing about who stabbed him. He makes this comment. These guys seem to be fine. He walks off.
Yeah, you're walked off. You're
Yeah,
gone.
he walks off to see like, well, what else is down here? Are there any more problems I need to deal with? And I'm gonna come back and Sambar's gonna have dissolved in a pool of acid.
Well, I think what happens
Greg,
is
do
you
I
like
see any
hear like
weapons down here?
Sambar. There's rift. Oh,
What do you see in... No, you don't... There's no weapons lying around in a natural empty cave.
I didn't know.
loot
I didn't
was
know
in
if like
here
the
is
goblins
gone.
still had weapons in the ground when they died. Did they don't?
Oh, yeah, the goblins have some scimitars that have been steeped in their own fecal matter. I guess those are still there.
But there were no other weapons in here other than the ones that were in the pool originally.
The pool, yeah, not that you've seen.
Okay.
I would
Um,
say, arguably, I can't put my spear in a pool that I was going to sit in, so it's probably right next to the pool. Because I would have climbed in to sit in it, right? And you don't put your arms in if you go to sit in a pool, and I've just got sucked in.
Well, you also don't take a backpack in, but apparently you did.
yeah.
so
Like I don't know why the hell you were wearing your backpack.
Thank
I didn't bother taking it
the
off.
Lord. I definitely said I have the magic spellbook on me, but we definitely
I know,
just lost
right?
so much magic stuff there. Like it's pretty hurtful.
Yeah,
I
at least
also
I
have
got
a
the
quarter
clothes.
staff, if that helps. And pebbles.
You hear the voice again, more caustically. Think, cur! It's losing potency!
All right, I'll just
Anything! Throw in a
I'll throw-
statue if you must!
If I don't see another weapon on the ground, if I see his spear on the ground, I'll throw that in. But if it's not there, I'll take my dagger and throw it in.
Dagger. Alright, you throw the dagger in. It says,
That's all I have. Sorry,
open
guys.
me, open me! The 1005th page. Read it aloud!
I'll go for it.
All
Open
right,
up the book.
you open the books. You see Janlar open this ancient spell book after tossing in a dagger, and he begins reading aloud in a voice of not his own. It is feminine in nature and old, and he begins chanting in the language of magic, and the pool begins to spin and twirl and much like it did before. The weapon itself disappears, and as Janlar finishes his spell, this dagger rises up and floats above the pool.
I'll go and take it out.
As you grab it, Sambar, you feel a hand wrap around your shaft.
Hey, what are you doing? Push me down there, man. I'm having a bath. Shit.
Phrasing.
Well, the handle. Wrap around your handle. Come on.
Well, Sambar, I have good news and bad news.
All right, I'll take the bad news first, because then it can only get better.
You're dead.
Well, I gather.
At least your body's gone.
Well, oh, yeah, that's not good. I was so nice.
The good news?
Okay, what's the good news?
I have an excellent dagger now.
I mean, I am pretty good, so...
But
What, you couldn't pick another weapon?
unfortunately, you took all of my weapons.
We had like a mace, a warhammer.
I asked for weapons. Nobody gave me a weapon.
Well, you didn't. I had a quarterstaff. I said I had one.
Waiting for you to ask.
Oh, I literally said out loud that I'm looking for a weapon. Like,
And I said I have a quarterstaff.
I
You're
guess
like,
I-
whatever. We have
hear
Sam
her,
a dagger now.
Can
Well,
I can
dagger.
hear her, right? Like, she's like talking. I'm like, I don't want to be a quarterstaff. Who wants to be a
No, you can't. I'm a spider. I can't say anything. This is all character. I guess.
Goric,
Plus, everybody's talking to themselves.
Goring, you walk down the other branch.
Yeah, I walked down the other branch.
You see a large pile of crap. Like goblin excrement, goblin like rotting foods. You recognize that there's just tons of just horrid smelling terribleness in this pile. Nearby it, over here, you see a large strange stone that is kind of softly glowing in a darker pool, and it makes your tattoo, wherever it is, burn.
I don't have a tattoo. I'm not a seeker.
Oh, you don't notice it. You
Yeah.
see a glowing stone.
There's a glowing stone. All right, so Goric like peeks his head there. No goblins here, and he'll turn around and he'll peek his head up this one.
Up here, this is just
Yep.
natural cave. You see a skeleton of a long dead goblin, and that's about it.
Okay. And there's no goblins here. Okay. Well, and I'll come back and I'll be like, well, it looks like all of the, and I start counting people, and I go, I was just up the other tunnel.
Yes.
Where did Sambar go?
He died.
I'm sorry, what?
You hear a whisper in your head, Janmar, and it whispers to you, quickly, before they notice, make it permanent. I have that spell. Do it! It will be irreversible. It will be a great weapon. Although you did use it on a dagger. Come, open my pages.
Can I stop reading? I mean, I picked up the book and started reading.
Yeah, you're still under your own faculties as this
I'm
thing
on.
talks to you.
But we did see that he threw in a dagger
And we
right
watched him read the
after
book. Yeah.
it disappeared. And he had the weird voice on. So I'm like, I'm going to tackle him. I'm going to tackle him.
Goric
I
is
don't
currently
care.
the gif of that guy just blinking in disbelief. Just
Yeah. After all the work we did to save his dumbass from the Silver Lord, he jumped into a pool of rift magic and melted.
Work we did? Excuse me?
Yes.
Where were you?
I ripped that curse from his soul. I reached into his body and held his life in my hands.
To remove the curse, fine. You helped me.
What do you all do? All of you. What are you doing?
I
are you
think Rose is
him,
tackling
Rose?
Chandler right now.
Yeah, Rose is asking Janlar.
I was
Idea, yeah.
saying,
Jan-
I'm
I mean,
like, he's
Janlar-
so cranky that 150 GP worth of wine just got eviscerated too.
You're just a reckless son of a bitch,
There's
man.
so much
I
stuff.
really am.
yeah, the warhammer that we got down here, I had just given back to you. Too. The historically significant warhammer that I wanted to
It's
return to
gone,
the
too.
heirs of the Hold.
Yep, it's gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what you get for bathing with your backpack.
Back to the voice in his head while Rose comes to tackle him.
Okay. So are you unprepared for the tackle?
Yeah, I'll be unprepared. For
All right, Rose, you race up and you tackle Janlar down to the ground in front of the pool.
Right. I'm not particularly strong, but whoa, he just falls down. That's
He just
it.
falls down and you grab him and tackle him down.
I want to know, does she knock him into the pool when she tackles him?
Do you knock him
No,
into the
I
pool?
Chandler
try,
will not.
I try specifically to not. Jesus Christ, people! Can we not kill each other in one single session? I'm not gonna tackle him into the pool. I want to tackle him so he drops the book.
Oh, you're trying to tear the book out of his hands.
Well, I'm gonna tackle him first, right? So he's on the ground. I
You
take it
tackle
that
him.
when he tackle, it's easier afterwards to take it from him.
If we threw the book in the pool.
All
and
right,
then we
you
threw a
attempt
staff-
to rip the book out of his hands. Please make athletic strength opposed checks. Once again, Janlar, your hands lock onto this book. If anyone tries to take it from you, please add your pages score to your athletic
That's
strength.
a lot. I don't think I can make that.
I'm really sorry. I counted
Dang,
my
crit.
shit down earlier. It's 12, not 10. I forgot that I used
All right.
Burning Hands and Sleep.
Using it does not count a page. Reading
Oh,
it
it's
for the
added in the
first
book.
time and marking it in your book count pages.
Oh, okay. 1, 2. Oh, it's worse then. I've been counting it wrong then. I was doing used and read.
Read, and when you read it for the first time, and if you recall it from memory and successfully put it in your book, that counts as a page.
Okay, so never mind. 1. Let me count this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 actually. Yikes.
Okay.
Well, I have a
It hasn't
plus one.
actually-
So.
Thankfully, it hasn't changed anything because I failed my only check to try to read anything, and then I succeeded in my strength check.
Maybe you should have tackled them into the pool.
Maybe I should have, but I would have probably fallen in there myself, and then we would have been
That's true. And then it
pushing
would have
on
just been
again.
Goric and Tom bickering for the remainder of Sword.
Nobody wants to watch that.
All right.
No.
My bad.
Rose, athletic strength. Let's rip this book away.
Well, it's a
You
natural
fail.
one.
All right. You don't even need to roll, Janlar. You crush
I mean, with
that
a
roll.
plus one, if he has a plus 10, chances are pretty much against me.
It's possible. Weird things have happened. You try to rip this book from him, and you find it impossible. Janlar's hands just ratchet onto this thing.
I say,
Okay, so I think noticing the scuffle now, I see Rose desperately trying to rip a book from his hands, right?
Yep.
while she's doing that, I'm trying to talk to the voice in my head, and I'm saying, "What do you mean permanent?"
Permanency! I have the spell! Make it permanent so it can't be undone!
But can we undo him? Can we bring
Yes,
him
but
back?
why would you want to? Well, I guess you could throw him back in the well, get a stronger weapon. Yes! Yes! Throw the dagger in the well, get a better weapon! You have some intelligence in you after all. Come, do it!
Janlar, what are you doing?
While I'm on the ground, then I'll try to toss the dagger back into the pool.
All right. Sambar, you feel yourself, actually, you all see this. Like, he takes one hand off the book, grabs the handle. Sambar, you're now connected with Janlar's head for a moment.
Hey, what are you doing? What
He
is going
begins
on?
looking like he's going to
I have
toss
no
this
idea.
dagger back in the pool.
Oh, no,
Janlar, what are you doing? Talk to me here.
There's so many voices.
Do you toss the
Don't want to break
dagger?
your arm here. Just tell me what you're doing.
Throwing the dagger back in the pool.
All right,
I
you
said,
throw the dagger back in the pool. Tom's words, ineffectual. Sambar, you fall back into the pool. You feel yourself being pulled apart once again as your soul is trapped in the water.
I'm gonna pull my mace out here and say, Janlar, and I'm like walking forward, like mace up. What are you doing?
Put a weapon in. Put a weapon in. Something, anything that's valuable, strong that we can use.
The book is telling me to put a stronger weapon in.
Quickly,
Why?
quickly, we're losing potency.
It says
Goric is just
potency.
sitting here looking at everything going on, going,
Wait.
for 30 seconds.
Okay, so I think back to Esteban here.
I'm Troy coming back with pizza while
Okay.
everything's on fire. And
I'm thinking back to like Esteban, the rapier I'm now wearing. I'm kind of like puzzling together a little bit of what's going on. I'm
Throw
think-
your robe in, Chandler.
Do I really want to save this guy?
Throw it in. Come on, quickly. Think. What would be useful? Powerful magic swords to stake here. If we wait too long, it'll get worse. Potency is
Janlar,
an
you
issue.
got to talk to me here.
there's so much going on. It says that I have to put a more powerful weapon in.
Don't tell them. Ah, fine. Tell them that they must use them.
Does anyone have a weapon?
Do I need to whack you with this weapon, Janlar?
It said we can save him still.
I'll take the mace and I say, Goric, can you be back up to hit Janlar if he gets out of hand? And I'll just kind of drop my mace into the pool.
Can?
A mace. Good enough, I guess. Better than a dagger. Go! Quickly, read the spell! You know it! And, like, without even needing to read the page that you read before, it is locked into your mind. And Janlar once again begins speaking in a language that is not his. And this feminine, old voice erupts from his vocal cords, incanting a spell. The magics of the pool begin to enact once again, the mace becoming swirling down.
Greg, how long does it take him to...
It takes him about a minute to cast the spell.
Okay. Gorik missed the whole first thing.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly there's some conflict happening here. He's got the book out, right? Or he had the book out.
He still has it in one hand. Like,
okay.
Rose unable to rip it from him.
He's speaking in a voice that isn't his.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gorik is going to kind of look at that, look at the pool. Somebody said Sambar dissolved, and Gorik just goes, no. And just snaps his fingers, and I'm going to cast Silence, and Janlar cannot speak anymore. Granted, no one else can speak in a 20-foot area centered around this pool of liquid.
Interesting.
But all sound is completely cut off.
Okay, so I look over to Gorik and I try to like protest for a second.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like grab him and start moving him away to get him out of the silence field for a second. And I say, maybe we should let him do it.
I continue to hear the voice.
You continue to hear the voice in your head.
Can I
It
continue to
is
talk
not
to it?
silenced. It curses as like, fool Azamar. I don't have my items with me. I could dispel this easily.
Gorik, I think you might want to dispel this. He says we can... Look, Sambar got in the pool and melted. I'm getting the feeling, based on this rapier, we could bind him to a weapon.
But
So we could sort of save Sambar's life. Kind of, a little bit.
But do you think that's wise? You said something about rift magic.
It is rift magic. Rift magic is not inherently evil.
Holy shit, Tom is bending his good boy rules.
Does Janlar see
It's not evil!
holding a weapon in their hand?
It's evil. Binding
holding his
assault to
mace.
an object is evil.
Is Rose
Tom put
still
his
a
mace
spider?
in the pool. He doesn't have his mace.
I mean, theoretically, look, if Sambar wants to die, theoretically we could destroy the weapon, right?
Okay, Tom put his mace into the pool.
yes,
When I-
that is what
Yes.
happened, Janlar.
I drop my mace into the pool.
There's so much talking about this.
So I say, look, if Sambar wants to die, we could just destroy the weapon, right?
What happened to... You know what? You're the seeker. I'll follow your lead on this. There's a
All right.
glowing rock around the corner, by the way. There are no other goblins.
Okay, we can take care of the glowing rock, but can you get rid of the silence field first? If Janlar gets out of hand, we might have to kill him. But if,
I'll clap my hands and sound returns.
Good luck.
Sound returns. When he claps his hands, the voice screeches successfully in your brain, Janlar. Yes! And then you begin speaking once again, and trying to reenact the spell. The pool once again begins its cyclone. And the mace that was partially destroyed now rips itself apart entirely. The minute-long spell is enacted from your back as Rose has you tackled to the ground. And rising up out of the pool at the end of it, once the water's still, is a large mace.
I'll grab that as well. I've let
You
go of
reach
the
out.
rapier.
Sambar, you feel a hand reached around your haft.
No, hold on. I would definitely reach out for the mace as well.
I mean, you are
Okay.
tackled to the ground, right?
You are tackled to the ground. He had a hand free as one wrestles with the book.
Okay,
Do you,
I can reach it, that's fine.
didn't have to
Rose, do you
stand
try to
up
prevent
that.
him from reaching out to the mace?
Man, I don't know who I want to tackle. I would love to tackle both of them at the same time. So do I prevent? Yes, not because Janlar is the only person who can hold like him back right now. So I guess no. I'll let him grab it. Of course.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
Tom,
Grab the weapon.
Janlar, you're attempting to reach the mace at the same time?
If I see Janlar going for it, he
Okay.
can take it. That's fine.
Sambar, you feel a hand wrap around your haft. It is
What
Janlar.
are you doing? What is going on? Stop this! Stop doing whatever you're doing! I was here, I wasn't here, and then I'm here again. Quit your shit!
Hold on to the mace. I mean,
So I'm gonna walk over and say, "Hey, let me talk to him really fast, Janlar."
hand over the mace.
Hey, Sambar, how you doing, buddy?
I'm legless, limbless, and now a weapon. How do you think I feel?
Do you still
Well,
have a head,
I was
though?
gonna ask, how's the whole weapon thing?
I'd like to have my body back. Can you
Well, I
arrange
don't think
that?
we can do anything about your body. You kind of threw yourself in a pool of acid and melted, buddy.
Well, I thought you purified it, hence I was going to sit in it while you finished searching the cave.
Yeah, that was a really stupid decision. I'm sorry. I really can't cover
I
you
don't
on that
have a
one.
seeker mark, so I didn't feel any burn.
I tried to warn you. I look. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, we could destroy this mace, and then you die, presumably.
Can you get me a new body?
I don't think so.
Well,
I mean-
my soul's in here. I just need a corpse, right?
I'm not going to do that. Look,
Well, you're happy to steal my soul into this weapon.
well, I figured maybe you'd be
Really?
okay with living on as a weapon. That's why I'm asking right now. Do you want me to destroy the weapon and do your final rites that you can move on, or?
Well, I can't really do what I wanted to do in life as a weapon. So I'll leave it up to you. I leave it up to Rose. I trust Rose more than you.
Okay, here, I'll just hand you to Rose and you can have a conversation. That's
So is Tom speaking out loud to the mace, or are they having an
Well,
entire...
it's a psychic mace. It talks inside your head. Now, if Tom
Right.
speaks out loud or not is up to him.
I probably talk
Okay.
out loud just to make it really confusing. And I'll hand the mace over and say, he wants to talk to you, Rose.
It's like trying to get that
Exactly.
Gorik is just standing there with his arms crossed, looking at Janlar, looking at Tom, looking at Rose.
I'm picking up the mace and I go, hello, hello.
I guess this answers my question about whether or not Rose was still a spider.
I guess I would have turned back right when he hands me the mace. I turn back, I take the mace and I go, hello.
Hey, Rose. I'm kind of dead. I need you to help me.
Samba, why did you climb into that pool?
I assumed it was no longer a killie pool. I thought it was something I could sit in while they went and did their thing. Because I didn't know it was rift magic. Well, I know now, because it ate me.
You know, I never asked you what you wanted to happen once you died.
I never really thought about it because I didn't plan on dying.
Right.
Janlar,
They can't hear me, right?
you're hearing during all of this the voice desperately telling you, get it back, cast permanency, or find something better. But do it quickly, whatever you do, Janlar.
I'm gonna think to myself, right? Because I can't hear him. I'll try to see if I can talk to him without speaking to the others.
You can do that. You can speak as if you were thinking to yourself, and that connection is enough between you and the sentient weapon.
Right. Do you want your body back?
Yes. I got things to do.
There are things druids can do, but I don't think I'm powerful enough to help you yet.
I can wait.
There are... Oh, no, the druids don't permanently live on top of this mountain. They collect there for the ritual.
Yeah.
I can wait. I got things to do.
Is there still silence going on? No?
Yeah, it's just like dead silent.
No,
I guess.
he canceled the silence.
I'm just standing there like this.
Just
and I'll
don't
say-
let Tom wield me. That's weird. And he's
Greg,
It's my
I
mace!
have a question for you. Do you remember when Villith took Emily's wings and Gormak's horn?
I do.
Who has those?
They're on the cart.
They're on the card.
Okay. I was
Anything
gonna
that's
say,
not on something.
Can we get a Gormak weapon and an Emily weapon? We just...
I mean,
I would have been carrying them, and they would have gone in the pool too.
Right. Yeah, the mace is
You have-
actually Gormak, Emily, and Sambar all animated together in one weapon.
Oh my
Can
god,
I-
that would be the best weapon ever.
It's a mace of bickering.
there are no more pieces of Samba in that pool. Is that correct? Like the pool is empty.
You look down into the pool, and it looks crystal clear and still.
I'm gonna say, okay, I'll be back later. If I don't get fought over this, I'll I promise I'll try my best. And I pack him into my backpack as quickly as I can. Then I'll turn around towards the others and I put my arms like this.
Hi.
Gorik goes like this. What? I went to look at thing, I come back and dear man has been eaten by pond. What do you want I do?
I didn't ask him to go and melt himself. Look, I just wanted to put him in the weapon so that maybe he could live on if that's what he wanted.
Do you really, I'm going to point towards Gorik and I'm going to say, do you really want to be the scary undead dwarf, whatever he is, to be the most reasonable person in this party?
He's not
Listen.
undead.
Listen
I'm not
here.
undead.
Listen.
I take offense to that.
I was really proud of you when you purified that pool. I thought you had potential there. I couldn't say anything because I was a spider, but I thought you were doing really well. And now you're putting our friend into a maze after he and that lady inside of his head turned them into a dagger. What's wrong with you people? You, and I point towards Jenna, you need to get a grip on yourself. And you, and I point towards Tom, need to learn responsibility. You don't just chug soul round. Okay?
What was I going to do? He was dead.
You three
You're
are
going to be
very
reasonable. We're not under time pressure. We need to think about things.
We were under time pressure to bind his soul to it, weren't we?
We are indeed. Under
Now we can break the mace and let him die.
We're not going to
When
break
Tom says
anything.
this again, Janlar, you just hear this voice like, "Get it back! We need to bind it! Or make something better if you're clever enough." Oh, I very much doubt that.
That sucks. All right. I'm gonna start stepping around Rose and trying to get closer to her so I can take the book out of her hands.
I don't have a book.
You have the book.
You have the book.
Oh, okay.
No, not Rose. Janlar has the book.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
couldn't
Not
rip
the
it
book.
from
Sorry,
his
the
hands.
weapon. I apologize. The weapon. I'm gonna try to take it.
I have it in my backpack. I put it back. I already said that.
Then I'm going to cast. Can I cast levitate on her backpack?
Yeah, good. I mean,
Yeah,
I imagine it's like strapped to her, but
Yep,
you could
it
do
is.
that.
She's gonna. Oh, okay.
She's gonna fucking levitate me.
Are we really gonna have 2 party deaths today?
It's
my God.
possible.
All right.
Yeah, Janlar's gonna try to go up and take the weapon out of
All right.
the backpack.
Janlar begins walking up to Rose's back, reaching for the bag and the weapon.
Well, I'm gonna get out of my quarterstaff. I'm gonna say, Janla, no. This needs to stop right now.
I don't want to do it. I cast her deuce on Rose.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
I think it might be time to roll initiative here, Greg.
Are we fighting? Is this
I
a
think
party
we're gonna
conflict?
fight here.
If I'm fucking 3 feet tall, I'm gonna fight
All
that
right,
shit. You
all
can't do
right.
it. I have honor.
Anyone involved in the conflict, I guess, roll initiative. Tom, you roll a 19. Janlar, I'm gonna need initiative from you. I guess
Yeah,
Gorik is joining.
1 second. Oh my god. We have
Totally
20 minutes left and it just escalates into PvP.
really, Rose. You need to kill Janla with
Oh
me.
my god.
All right, Janlar, you open up the.
Yeah, 7 HP. How hard can it be, right?
You open up this. You walk up. She draws her quarterstaff to look at you. You go reduce. You cast it from your mind. It is cast at a 3rd level.
I don't think it does anything at higher.
Yeah, I
levels.
don't
It
think
doesn't
it
do
matters.
anything at higher levels.
I
Perfect.
don't think so.
No,
Okay.
plus you'd have to spend the slot to do higher levels, so I don't
I
know if
look
it would
at
do it that
Tom
way.
and I go.
But it comes
The
from
one that
his
spells
book,
silence.
not from his spells.
Yeah, I'm not casting it out of I don't cast out of my spell book.
I don't think it actually matters. No, you can't buff it up. It just lasts for its concentration up to 1 minute, reduced to half the size.
All right, please make a Constitution saving throw, Rose. I assume you're an unwilling creature.
Oh, I'm very unwilling.
Good. Please,
15?
Please
Probably
prevent me
not.
from doing this.
15?
8 plus.
Do you have a plus
hold on,
one?
I have to find this woman's spellcasting.
Well, he cast it, right? He said he doesn't cast it out of his book.
No, this is a spell in his mind from the spell book.
So it'd be
not-
his
Oh, so
intelligence,
it
but
always
the
It's
be
spell
not.
level, right?
It's her casting it.
Oh my god, well she
He
probably has a
doesn't
plus
actually
5.
know this spell. It's coming from her. And then... So, a 15 is exactly good enough. You are going to pass this save. You cast Reduce, and then everyone draws arms, which brings us to the top of the round. Janlar, what's your dexterity?
+2.
+2.
He goes first.
He goes
'cause
first. Janlar, you attempt to cast Reduce. People bear their weapons at you. What do you do?
Oh shit.
Read the book.
Read the book! I can kill them!
Jeez.
I got you back, Greg. I got you back.
Yeah, I think Janlar opens the book. I'm sorry.
All right. All
Oh my
right, Janlar,
I
you
don't know
open
what
up the
page.
book.
Janlar is opens up the book and
Your hands move on their own as they begin to leaf through pages, and they read out. She's gonna choose her spell at kind of random. But she... Oh, fuck.
If you
Okay.
fireball me, I'm gonna be so fucking upset. I can't even put that into words. I swear to God, Greg, if you fireball,
You might just kill us here, Janlar, so...
I'm gonna be so goddamn upset. Oh, God.
She casts a 9th level spell. So
Oh,
we gotta
fuck.
find
Oh
one
my God!
what are... Hold
No.
on. This is easier.
I did so well on that Constitution save. Oh,
I need to find her 9th level spells.
Why'd you have to roll a 19?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, Faye, this is where you got to get me out, and you got to bludgeon him to death with me.
Look, if I survive, Esteban is gonna get to stab right away. Evil wizard! Evil wizard!
oh my God, poor Chandler.
All right, it's 1, 2, 3, 4,
I-
5.
yeah,
1, 2, 3,
like
4,
that.
5, 6,
I got the
7,
spells.
8, 9, 10, 11,
This
12.
escalated so quickly within 15 minutes.
12 plus her own 3 custom
This is
spells
why
is a 15.
don't let me do things, all right?
On
Yeah,
this
as long as it's not
dice,
power
Definitely
word kill,
not
we should
gonna
be
be
okay.
five,
on
six,
his book.
seven,
His book
eight,
is like,
9.
yeah,
You cast Time Stop.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what these things do. Like,
I've never played a campaign high
Janlar,
enough.
a voice rips out from your vocals that is not your own. The page diminishes from the book in front of you, and you
how many
briefly...
pages have I read in this area? Like, I read not just this one. I read another one
2.
to like do permanency.
You have not read Permanency yet. You've read 2. You briefly stop the flow of time for everyone but yourself. No time passes for other creatures while you take D4 plus 1 turns in a row.
Holy fuck,
so
that is...
If
Please-
he attacks us in any way, or if
Please
he
roll
affects us.
D4 plus 1. Or do you want me to roll it?
Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh, you said D4 plus
D4
1.
plus 1 turns in a row.
No, I got this. Sorry. Roll. 2 turns. Ooh, there we go. Something low, finally.
All right. You get 2 turns in a row. The spell ends if one of the actions you use during this period, or any actions in this period affect
Basically, if he
any
if
of
he
the
affects-
actions or effects that you create during this period affect a creature other than you or an object being worn or carried by someone other than you. So
I love
is
how
the
this fits
first-
our
What is the
situation
first
perfectly.
turn you take while
I think
time
I'm gonna-
stops around you?
I'm gonna go up to Faye and try to open up her backpack and take the.
All right.
Or
You
no.
take out the mace.
Or the mace, yeah.
Sambar, time has stopped. It's really weird, but like you feel yourself ripped out of this like stopped time, and now Janlar is holding you once again.
Wait, how
I
did you
think
get me?
spell,
After
What's
the
going
end,
on?
That-
the end of that round, time starts again. All of you see Janlar holding the mace as he holds it there. It is in his hands, which brings us back into initiative order. Tom,
Which starts with Tom, right?
it's your
Okay.
turn. What do you
I
do?
pull
You
out
see
Es-
Janlar
I pull out
holding this
Esteban.
mace.
I pull out Esteban.
Hands off the merchandise!
Esteban, evil wizard, stab! And I'm like pointing
Stabbing!
towards
He
Janlar.
flies from your hand and races towards Janlar. And
And then
he
we'll
will
cast shield as a reaction.
You cast shield as a reaction. Please roll a d20 plus 4 to hit him.
That was a miss. So
That's a
that's
miss.
not an action, correct? Esteban's kind of like independent from me,
Well, you had to take him out from wherever you sheathed
which is a
him.
bonus action.
Okay, sure.
So I'm gonna use a cantrip I've never used before because I discovered like last session that I got a new cantrip for leveling up. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Janlar,
Janlar,
please make
that already.
Janlar, please
Using
make a
that.
dexterity saving throw.
I
please.
literally just took it for like today. Sorry, what?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, dexterity save or he takes 2d8.
All right.
That's a fail.
You're gonna take 2d8 damage.
Take 9 points of damage here.
I'm still totally fine.
You're still conscious? All right. You take some damage. You burn from the radiant
That-
fire, but
and
you hold that
By
mace
the way,
still.
that I don't actually take any damage there. It's all coming out of my arcane ward.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Your ward flashes, shielding you from the damage. Which brings us to Rose. You're stunned now, looking at Janlar as he holds the mace in front of you, and
have
unsure how you
17.
got his hands on it.
All of you guys can see Gorik slowly raising his fingers to snap again, but I can't actually do it till my turn.
You know, you guys actually laugh when I said on the bottom of the pool there's just disappointment. But that was actually very true. So I'm gonna extend my quarterstaff and I'm gonna smack it against the ground, casting Shillelagh, and then I'm gonna whack him with it.
All right, please roll to hit.
Oh no, it missed probably with the 12, right?
All
You
right.
have +2, you
Yeah,
have
he's got
2 dex.
17.
No, I have
His
17.
wards flash and turn your swing aside, unable to hit him. Sambar, or Gorik, you snap.
Gorik snaps.
I can take
uses
a
his
turn.
last
Yeah.
Gorik uses his 3rd level spell slot to cast Silence.
All right, Janlar, you feel a reaction burn in you as you hear this snap, and you quickly whirl around, and a magic spell erupts from your lips, unbeknownst to you, and it is the counter spell.
Okay. He already used his reaction to cast Shield this turn. I don't know if the
That's
animate
true.
thing can take their reaction through him. Is that what's happening?
It is indeed doing that.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
then it's counterspelled because counterspell automatically dispels a 3rd level spell or lower, and I was
Perfect.
casting at 3rd level.
All right, the silence ends, and that brings us back to the top. Janlar.
I snap my fingers and you hear it snap, and I'm like,
Janlar, you're holding the mace in its hand, and you hear the voice say, "Now, permanency, or throw it in and find something better, but do it fast. I'm running out of agency."
I hope.
Hey,
I hope.
Give me back to Rose. What is
I'm
this
so
shit?
sorry, Sambar, and I open up the page too.
All right.
Shit! I'll kill you! I swear to
You
God!
open up the page in one hand, holding the mace in the other. You begin reading aloud, and you close the book, place one hand on it, and form like a binding grip with your hands, running it up the mace of the shaft as you speak in a voice that is not your own. And Sambar, you feel yourself being squeezed magically. Your soul is bound as clearly as if you had iron chains wrapped around you, and you feel yourself locked into this new weapon.
Perfect. Can I kill him now? Because I'm a sentient weapon.
You are a mace plus. What is your attack modifier?
So much.
5.
10.
Such a good mace.
Actually, my to
It's
hit
10.
is yeah,
I mean, with the longbow, it's plus 10.
yeah, +10 with the longbow.
but you had the archery fighting style, right?
Yeah, so
I think
Oh,
it's-
that's for the extra.
I
plus.
think it's
I
plus-
really wanted to use your bow,
8.
but I didn't have
It's
it.
plus 8. It's
Yeah, because you have plus 5 from 20
Yeah,
strength and plus 3
5
from
from strength
proficiency.
and 3 from proficiency, so plus
Yeah.
8.
You are a sentient mace of +8.
Is that
Yes.
+8 to attack and damage?
Yes.
Wow.
Which I'm currently holding. Right?
You require attunement, and that requires
Of course I do.
that requires Sambar to allow someone to wield them. Otherwise, you can wield Sambar the mace with disadvantage, and a 1 in 100 chance that he will leap from your hands and free himself from your control if you are not attuned with him.
By the way, for anyone watching on stream, Janlar is currently at 11 out of 13 HP, 5 arcane.
And Sambar, you are also capable of some amount of true sight as the mace of Sambar. Within 30 feet, you as the mace can sense anything around you as if you had blind sight and true sight in 30 feet. However, you can only communicate this information to anyone who is handling you.
Oh, this is amazing.
It's amazing.
Now give me back.
Janlar, you finish this. Please make a Constitution save, 8 plus your pages.
You said I read 2 more pages in here.
You
well.
did read 2 more. You read 3 now. You read the activator
yeah.
of the pool. You
Can you
read.
even succeed on this?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's 3.
It's over 20, isn't it?
That's up to 16 now.
8 plus 16.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
24.
DC 24.
Yeah, and I have a -1, so.
Okay.
Unless, like,
So
Okay.
you automatically fail.
Yeah, you fail.
Is a natural 20 a crit on a saving throw?
I don't think
An attack
so.
roll.
So,
not so true.
Janlar, you fall unconscious as this amount of arcane energy was too much for your corporal body. And as you fall unconscious, Sambar, you feel yourself just loosely dropped, and you are now in space on the ground.
You just hear Sam.
I'll pick him up.
Like, this is crap.
I'll pick him up as quickly as I can.
Rose, you pick him up and feel Sambar.
Hey, I'm back, but I'm stuck. I now know how the Silver Lord feels. This sucks.
I'm gonna recollect Esteban here.
He's dancing away from you. As you try to reach out to him, he's walking, like, he's floating away. Nope! You don't
I
hear him
like
say
hold
no.
out the scabbard. I'm like, Esteban, get back here!
No!
I love how with all
He's
of this
just
going
dancing
on,
away
it's
from
weird.
you, like, down the hallway.
All right, I'm gonna turn back to Janlar and I say, I think we have to kill him, right?
Yeah.
I kind of like look at the rest of the party to see if anyone objects to the notion.
Are you still holding me, right, Rose?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Don't kill him. Throw the book in.
Perhaps we just restrain him and bring him back to the Seekers and let them figure out what's going on with him.
Either way, we should destroy the book.
I don't think you should touch that book.
I wasn't going to.
Rose, use me. Knock the book in the pool.
And then what? Then
Leave it in there. Leave it in there. Fill it in with dirt. There's plenty of rocks around here.
I'm going to relay what Samba said to the rest.
No.
To the
no, no,
two
no, no.
men who
It
are
would
still,
lock that spirit into the pool. We don't want whatever that thing is to possibly break free again. We should destroy it.
Well, then perhaps we throw it in the pool and then we add something very fragile, like a stick, and bind it to the stick and then break the stick. You could burn the stick, Tom. You want to burn the stick?
I don't have any magic, so let me make sure I have a tinderbox.
Yes,
I think I have a
Tom
tinderbox.
does want to burn the stick for any.
Yeah.
For everybody there. Yeah.
How does burning a stick sound, Tom? You want to do that?
Does anyone have a tinderbox? I don't have any more magic for making fire.
I actually
I
think
hate
I do
saying
have a
this, but I-
tinderbox, and it
I
is
do not.
actually on me. Unlike
I don't have a tinderbox.
Don't you have Sacred Flame?
Really, Rose? You
Yeah,
don't?
but
that
it can
can
only
do fire
target a
damage.
creature. It can't target objects.
Yeah, and Sacred Flame does
Ah.
radiant damage, not fire damage.
That's true.
Rip.
Let me double check. I think I have it as part of my pack. Let me double check.
Yeah, Priest's pack includes a tinderbox.
Well, I think it's in the Explorer's pack too.
Boric has one.
Chandler
Yeah, I have a
doesn't
tinderbox
need
and I have a
that.
bunch of torches. So I'm gonna. Honestly, I'm gonna light a torch and I'm just gonna. I just want to burn this book. Can we just burn this book? Can we just destroy this book?
We could
Uh,
destroy magic items with just fire.
Could we try and see what happens?
Gorik's gonna like move behind a pillar as Tom goes to set the super powerful spell book on. He's gonna be like, you know what? I'm just going.
Wait, I have a better idea. Esteban, do you want to stab? Esteban,
The
I don't-
sword floats close to you,
I say Esteban,
but
we
just
have
out
some
of
stabbing.
reach.
I'm like Esteban, that book right there, it's incredibly evil. Do you want to stab it?
It flies down and stabs the book.
I'm like,
it lifts
just-
itself up
Yeah,
with
just
the book
go nuts.
impaled
Just
on it.
stab it as much as you can. Wait, what?
It lifts itself up with the book impaled on it and like points itself at you. And then you
All
say
right.
stab it again, it like slits, it like puts itself down. The book slides off. It stabs it again! And it lifts it up, and then it slits it down. It stabs it again!
Like, well, this seems to be working.
I mean,
Does the book look like it's getting torn apart a little bit by this?
It looks like he's piercing the book, but there's holes in it. But it's not like disintegrating in front of your eyes.
Do you think Sandbar could help here? He might be able to smash this thing. Really, I just want to... Should we just set it on fire? I still think we could just set it on fire.
Move Jandlar, Rose. I don't think he needs to be right next to an exploding book.
Okay, well, do you want to... Should I give you over to
great.
Tom? Do you want to help him?
No,
destroy-
no, do not give me to Tom. Please,
Okay,
Tom.
good. I guess I'll try to grab Janla and pull him away from
Alright.
the book.
You grab Janlar's unconscious form and pull him away from the book, the edge of this pool.
All right, I'm gonna hold that torch that I lit up to this book and see. I try to get it on the pages because he's like picking the book up and dropping it repeatedly, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and set the pages on fire here and see what
Alright.
happens.
You light the book on fire, and
And I
it
back up.
burns. It burns, and you have good intuition as when it finally... It takes a bit for it to catch fire, and when it does, it burns an unnatural glow of green and like a deep purple inside of it. As this happens, Esteban Montague Garcia IV floats up and races away from the book.
Yeah.
And you all back away from it. It burns for a brief minute before finally something in its core unleashes, and the book explodes. Everyone within a 25-foot radius of it, please give me dexterity saving throws.
I get advantage because I was hiding behind the rock.
You can have advantage for hiding like a coward behind the rocks, yes.
Well, did I pull him far enough out? Are we still within 25 feet?
I imagine I'm probably in 20. Like I backed up. I don't know if I backed up more than 25 feet. So I'm
Did
probably.
you pull him out of the hall entirely? Because that's basically the only way you're getting out of there.
Right. I mean, I guess they said I should pull... I mean, the explosion would happen within here, right?
What
Are
was
you
the
pulling
DC?
him down the hall? Is
I
my
would
question.
pull him, like, out of here.
All
yeah.
right, you two are not. Gorik
Oh,
and Tom, give me dexterity saving throws.
Sure.
What,
Gorik definitely passed. I'm just a flat D20. Unless I guess I probably went with. I'll just take the normal roll.
All right.
Greg, what'd you say the DC was?
The DC was 16.
I do pass.
So you do pass.
I roll a 17.
Very nice, very nice. You pass. So,
So I'm probably gonna take some pain here.
Tom's gonna take some pain. You're gonna take half of this. So Tom's gonna take 23 points of fire damage from that.
I am
explosion.
alive.
And he is alive. You take half, Gorik.
Okay.
And after the book explodes, there is nothing there but ash.
And disappointment.
Yep. Should we bind Janlar so that he can't? Shit. Sandbar had all the rope.
Well, I'm gonna cast Entangle on top of him. So he just gets, like, entangled by a shit ton of vines. So he lies there pretty much up to his neck, just, wrapped into different kinds of vines and roots and stuff.
This turned into a bit of a mess.
So do we talk to him and find out if he's still possessed by that woman?
Do you think he'd tell us?
I think he's fine. I mean,
if we
it's a
if we
little
keep
fucked
him
up.
I love
if we
how
keep him
Chandler's
prisoner till the
biggest
morning, I could.
proponent is the one that he.
If he is possessed, I might be able to spot it in the morning if I get some new spells, maybe.
Bros, please don't leave me down here with Tom.
No worries.
Speaking of Rose, can I have my mace back?
That's not your mace.
That is my mace. It's my mace that I threw in the pool.
Well, your loss, I would say, huh? Shouldn't have thrown it in there.
Wait,
Listen, if Samba wants me to hand you over, I'll let you know. Okay?
All right, fine. I'm gonna work for a little bit on recollecting Esteban, but after that, I think I'm just gonna lie down to rest.
He runs away from you for a while, but you can eventually back him into a corner. And you grab him, and he's like, "Ah! No touching! Oh, this is
Esteban.
so inappropriate."
It believe me, it's weird for me too. This is some of the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Let's take a quick breather here, and we can talk out our differences.
So I guess since my spell only lasts a minute, I'm gonna use my own rope to... since we're taking a breather or something, I'm gonna take my rope to
let's at least
bind Janla.
take a short rest here.
You bind Janlar, and you take a short rest. Janlar, please roll a d4 plus 1 for me. You wake up 3 hours later with 1 HP.
Max.
No, just 1 total.
I'm muted. Do I remember the spells I had before I was knocked unconscious?
No. When you wake up 3 hours later, your memory is very foggy.
Of course, it is.
You've lost a lot of yourself there as well. In order to recall anything, history, intelligence, or whatever, you're going to have to beat your page's score.
Which is gonna be possible.
Well, it's not 8+ anymore. It's
Oh.
just whatever your page's score is, which I think is 13.
It's 16.
16.
now.
So if you don't remember something, or you're trying to recall back in anything that requires recall, that is a problem for you. It is reflected your forgetfulness and the holes in your memory now.
Yeah.
Those spells that were locked in there are gone, but the ones that you recorded in your spell book are still there.
When he wakes up, I want to point my quarterstaff at him, and I'm gonna say, is there anything you want from me?
What do you mean?
Gorek will say your forgiveness. Trust me, that's what she's fishing for.
Anything?
What happened? I don't remember anything.
Gorek looks at you and goes, "That's really the defense you're going with." I don't remember.
I'm sorry, Gork, but I do not remember.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is gonna be a great night down in these caves.
Are you spending the night?
Ah, fuck.
Well, I guess first, can we check the last room before we spend the night? Before
Well, yeah,
that's-
let me rest and do like a short
So-
rest and
Yeah,
heal.
that's why
Greg,
I was like,
Greg,
let's
is
do
it-
a short
alright,
rest and
hold
then explore. Check out that
Yeah.
goblin skeleton and the weird glowy rock.
So let me heal up to full really fast.
What was that,
Remember
Dan?
anything? You said intelligence check to remember anything, right?
Yeah, so whenever we're bringing up history or religion or things like that, or if you don't remember something, then that's the check you're going to be trying to pass. And
Do
that's
I
just
remember the last minute? I'm just
you
assuming.
can remember it. It's phasey. It's foggy, right?
Okay.
Anytime that she spoke through you, kind of like there's a hole there.
Okay.
But your character is now forgetful. Like a lot of your past is gone.
Mm-hmm.
You have memory problems, and that's mechanically how we'll deal with it, right? If you are trying to recall something specific that you don't remember off the top of your head or have written down, that's the mechanic we're gonna go.
Okay,
with.
but then I do kind of remember, like, not casting permanency, but taking the dagger. out of his
Yeah,
hand.
you have foggy memories of this
Okay.
like last few minutes here, or I guess a few hours ago at this point.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna play it off like it's a fog. Then, yep. I say it's all cloudy. I don't remember anything.
While we're waiting for Janlar to wake up, how long does the glowing globe last with daylight?
With daylight?
Yeah. Is it like an hour or something?
I guess it's an hour.
I will look that up for you. I don't know off the top of my
Rose.
head.
If it's just like the spell, I think it's 1 hour.
It's
Hey.
just like the magic item.
Oh.
Faye, did you attune to me?
I'm not sure if I am the best person to wield
That's why I'm saying, give me the.
such a weapon. He doesn't want you though.
I think daylight functions just like the daylight spell.
Which would be 1 hour if that was the case.
That's right.
Right.
You cause it to emanate the light or daylight spell. 1 hour.
Okay. So I'll just go back to doing my my light cantrip on the lantern that I wear at my waist then.
Solid.
Put the globe in my backpack, so I'll go and add that to the sheet.
Yeah.
Are you strong enough to even wield a mace?
Yes.
Not
That's
you.
my mace.
Not you.
Not you.
Oh.
I think druids could wear
So,
mace.
you guys rest for a few hours. Is there anything pressing that you want to get done during these hours?
Not during. Well, actually, yeah. After a short rest, I think while we're waiting for Janlar to wake up, we can go investigate this last room and get
You want to
that squared
investigate
away.
without him. All right, you take your short rest. You go investigate the last room. Once again, you find a large pile of crap. Just disgusting fecal matter and rotting foodstuffs and other things in this large mound. But in the far bottom left corner is this glowing stone. And once again, as you approach it, you feel that burning on your tattoos. Apparently mine is on my neck because this is what I always reach for. I don't know.
That's where Phyllis
Well.
was.
That's interesting. It's definitely rift magic. I'm not really sure what we should do with it here, though.
Maybe we should throw it back into that pond. Because that was rift magic too, wasn't it?
Does anyone have any tongs?
In the pond, Rose. Nothing goes in the pool.
soul. It's not a soul, okay?
It's not
I'm not
happening before I wake
throwing a
up.
living creature in.
Yeah, but what if it's like throwing a portable hole inside of a bag of holding? What if
Oh,
it just...
God.
Well, you
yes.
toss it and you run away, and then you see if anything blew up behind you.
Yeah.
Sure. Does anyone have any tongs or anything like that?
You know who
How big is
probably
it?
had tongues?
I have tongues.
Oh yeah, Sandbar was the climber, right? How are we gonna get out of this shaft?
I left all the ropes. Don't tell him. Just let him panic for a little bit.
No, but also, like, he's the one who knew how to climb. He instructed us down.
He forgets that he also was wearing climbing gear and all the ropes and pittons are in place. He has everything he needs to get out of here. Don't tell him though. Let him think about it. For a
Greg, how
I
big
just
is this
nod to
stone?
myself silently.
Is this like a dark crystal sized like halfling sized rock, or is
Yes.
it like a softball?
It's like a halfling-sized rock.
Okay. I don't know if tongs are going to do it, Tom.
Well, I just
Rose,
don't want to touch
Rose.
it directly, you know?
Rose, you should totally touch the rock for me. I'll protect you. I promise.
Samba, I'm going to say this with as much love as my heart can bear. No.
Can I hit it then? Can I touch it? Can you touch me? Can you put me on the? I can't do it
No.
myself now.
I'm not gonna put you on the rock.
I can't do
God
it
damn it.
myself now. Can you touch me? Has to be the funniest thing.
Grip me by the shaft and gently
Oh
touch
my
my head.
God.
with the rock.
Oh, shut up, you.
All right,
Oh my
I'm gonna look
God.
around for like some sticks.
I laughed so hard, I gotta pee. We
I don't
finish
want to
this
roll a
up.
new character. I just want to stay a magic weapon, please.
Millman just wants to be a sentient magic item for the rest
We
of
can
the
Who
talk
says you
about
can't do
that.
both?
Yeah,
Man, we gotta have 2 magic weapons and I'm not gonna shut up for the entire session.
Oh my god, Esteban's never gonna stop talking.
Oh my god!
Uh,
Ask if you can hold the other sword. I want to talk to him. I feel like he's a cool guy.
Actually,
oh my
I was-
God.
Oh, I forgot to mention, during the short rest, I was gonna try and talk to Esteban and see if he'd let me attune with him.
I bet you. He won't.
You are going to attempt to attune with Esteban. Esteban agrees.
Okay.
This is agreeable to me, Esteban Montague Garcia IV. However, you shall not be touching me often. Simply use command words. Tell me what must be done.
Yes.
I can hear
You can fly out of the scabbard, right?
Yes, indeed. Look at me go! And he flies. Then he comes back into your hand. He's like,
All right.
well,
All right, I'll just point you at things that you should stab then, and
Yes,
you can do all the
speak,
stabbing.
and
on
I
your own.
shall fight for you. You seem
Perfect.
to be an honorable sort.
This is agreeable.
Excellent.
And I like go for the handshake and then kind of realize the situation.
He tips his blade to you. All right, you have attuned to
right.
Esteban Garcia, Esteban Montague Garcia the Fourth.
Well, all right, so I'm gonna look for some sticks in this place.
It takes you some time, but you're in like
Yeah,
goblin
just
area.
two
You find
things.
some
I want to be able to
sticks.
pick up the rock without touching it, right? So I'm gonna use them like makeshift tongs.
So you're going to grab the sticks and then use the sticks together
To like get either
like,
side of the rock and like pick
and
it
then
up
pick
very
it up.
precariously.
Okay.
The mark on my chest isn't like flaring when I do this, right?
It is. Yes, it is. It's hot when you get close to this rock. This rock is.
But I'm saying it's not like I pick it up and suddenly it's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
No.
Okay.
When you pick it up, it's no different than when you're right next to it, but it is very
Okay.
hot. You're holding it with these wooden things. I suppose I'll allow this. You have it gripped in your makeshift tongs.
I say, should we go try throwing it in the pool and running away?
You're muted.
Goric,
Voice
Goric,
of
can you cast
reason?
silence again.
Yeah, before he does that, I want to check the goblin skeleton that's up here.
The goblin skeleton is an old goblin skeleton that seems to have been picked relatively clean. As you examine it a little bit, you see canine marks on a lot of the bones, as if they had been gnawed or chewed on.
That's weird. Is there anything up here, or does this just end?
It just ends.
Okay, I will come back and I'll be like, it looks like that's all the goblins. Before you cast that thing into the lake of death, don't mind me as I wander up this hallway.
All right.
I'm gonna
kinda,
follow Goric.
as we're leaving, I like say, get ready to run, and I like with the tongs like fling it toward the pool and just bolt for the exit.
All right. The pool begins to bubble and churn and twirl, and it begins siphoning, and then the rock begins to break apart. And as the rock breaks apart, the magic in the pool seems to subside some, and then it breaks apart some more, but then it stops, and eventually you see it working its way into some kind of equilibrium, where this smashed up rock has broken as much as it can, but the magic in the pool seems to have disappeared, and all of your marks cease burning as the pool and the rock seem to have destroyed each other and eliminated the source of whatever rift magic was at work here.
Well, that seems to have worked. I don't have heartburn anymore, and there was no explosion.
Samba, are you still here?
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. Well, I can't fly like that sword. I gotta figure that thing out. But once I figure out that flying doohickey, I'm gonna bludgeon all the people.
I'm trying to imagine a mace finger pointing.
Yeah, right? You just see me like wave backwards and forwards.
Get real excited. Just
Yeah, you just see me floating from my
Information's just shaking a
all
little
the time. You're like, what is going on? He's getting excited. Somebody's about to die.
All right. So, what are the four of you going to do here? Are you just leaving together?
I guess, yeah, we've done all the work here, right?
There were no more rooms or anything, right?
You have
I
explored
guess there were more
every
rooms, but
room
not
down
in the
here.
tomb.
You have
Okay.
explored every room in this tomb portion of the Amber Hall.
Right, but there were other portions that were not part of the tomb that we didn't see.
There are other halls, yes. A dwarven society is built in like tiers, right? You have traversed the entirety of the tomb. Spoilers: there's nothing in the other areas. You've cleared the adventure.
All right, let's see if we can get out of here and not starve to death in these mines.
Yes, let's do that quickly because Sambar was carrying all of my food and water.
as was mine.
All right,
right.
let's.
So
Oh,
Rose,
all of mine too, actually.
Rose, Janlar, Goric, and Tom make their way somberly up the long drawbridge out of the tombs into the upper halls. They make their way back to the craftsmanship's area, where they see that Sambar's ropes and pythons and climbing gear are all waiting for them to go back up the shaft into the cave that they came from. You spend some hours climbing up and into the cave. You step out into a fresh night sky as the sun has just set on you. And the stars are out. You get a waft of fresh air. And I think right there is where we will end today's session. A very eventful one, Sambar.
I'm the only person that is never unhappy when I die. Unless I, like, die a shitty death, which I haven't yet.
I would have been very happy if I died. I would have been like ecstatic.
No, you have to carry that burden, my friend.
You gotta carry that weight.
You don't get away with your 7 HP. No.
Well,
Did you see my message in
Yes,
chat?
I
Millman?
am now equal.
Yeah, your achievement unlocked. Die as many times as Mike has.
so I'm going to calculate some XP for you. Before we go here, if you guys have any shout-outs to give, now would be the time. Why don't we just start with Mike, because we all know the League of Ultimate Questers needs to get shouted out.
Yeah.
So let us know
Yeah.
where you guys can check that out, and I will get some XPs going.
We got another recording session this week. It's on Wednesday. You can find all the episodes at theluq.com. We just started a really weird session that we did where it's kind of a transitory series of adventures. We just finished Law's Cult of the Maw module, and we're kind of getting back to the surface.
It was good.
So it's kind of a free-form couple of adventures where we don't really have a quest that we're doing. We just have an objective that we're trying to achieve. But you can check that out at theluq.com. That'll take you to the episodes page, and you can check everything out. And then also you can find the Pride LUQ logo T-shirt at the very beginning of chat. I actually don't have the link handy at the moment, but you can check that out and use the code PRIDE2019, all one word, to get $2 off your Pride shirt order. And there's an Orcs on Monday that I still have to write my adventure for, so that's what I'm doing the rest of the day.
Nice.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, I'll go next. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm also a streamer here on Twitch. I stream literally every day of the week. It's just different time periods. So if you're in OC or Europe, you can catch me either early morning or literally from lunchtime through till midnight most days. Yeah, I've got another D&D session literally 20 minutes from now, and we're playing 5e as well, where I play a chaotic evil monk. You can catch me over here. Look at that, I'm prepared and shit. Yeah, hope to see you guys around. Anybody else got stuff to sell other than basketball? Because I'm waiting for that at the end. Come on, Dan. What's the basketball?
Looks
You
like the
probably-
Raptors are gonna win. I still think the Warriors are gonna win, but I'm like the only one in that camp at this point.
Yeah, they're not doing as well as I expected them to.
If KD comes back, I'm going to be with you, but if there's no KD, I think they got him.
I definitely think it's gonna last one more game. I think with the Warriors gonna win this next one.
Very interesting. What's up, Sean? You look like you were ready to promote something.
I don't do anything on the internet, so I might show up on Neil's stream at some point, so you can catch me there. I have a Hackmaster game tomorrow, so wish me luck, because maybe I'll kill a character or two. Yeah.
Good luck.
Proud. Kill the whole party. TPK.
Yeah. Well, you have to give it a few sessions before you kill them, otherwise they just get discouraged.
No. You gotta do Vampire Dark Ages style, where the DM makes a world that only wants to kill you. Like, NPCs are safe, just player characters die every session.
The goblins run through like 40 armed guards just to get to that player character in the back. You thought you were safe as a wizard.
It's like sacrificing psychers to the Emperor to keep the beacon alive. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just you just sacrifice player characters to the gods of the setting.
Well, it's kind of like that, except it sustains me, not the Emperor of Mankind.
Astronomicon, is that what the beacon's called?
I don't remember. I'm like very loosely into Warhammer 40k, so I don't know enough.
Faye, what about you? You got any shout outs to give?
Yeah, not really. I do have a
All right.
Twitter, which is Feyama for you if you want to tweet at me and my upset Spriggan. Otherwise, I do play on Koibu's campaign on Fridays, where I play a cleric, and we're currently trying to fight or talk to a rock. Either way, we'll see how it goes. It's probably going to be fighting. I'll try to talk, but it's not going to go well, I take it. Otherwise, if you don't do so yet, you should totally follow and subscribe to the wonderful Greg Hansen, who also does fantastic Final Fantasy Fridays, which I do love very much, and he plays very interesting games. So you should. On my camera, he's this direction. I have no idea. Just follow Greg. He's
Thank you.
a
I appreciate it.
pretty cool dude. And join his Discord if you haven't yet.
Okay.
There's actually a Discord there, so
Either way.
you know.
Thank you very much. With that, will you please take home 425 experience points for each of you.
My level up.
And I want Sambar to take the 425 experience points as well, because you were part of this, and your soul is permanently locked in a weapon. So we'll talk about how your weapon might level up as well. We got some discussions to do off stream, so hopefully we'll come back with a new character for Sambar. We'll figure out what's going on there, and we'll come back to you guys next week at the same time. Hope to see you then. Anyway, have a great day, night, week, whatever it is till I see you again. Peace, everybody.
Bye.
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 Sean, don't forget to